Like items you're carrying, keys, loose change. Holy shit!
Grace, please. Grace. Don't.
It's a game,
No. Stop. Don't do it, please.
Shh.
Before, but no more. You lost your fucking mind.
Joe, you're making a terrible mistake I'm not gonna let you make.
Coming for you, bitch! Listen here. Fuck you, Kawaii boss. You little cunt. You little goddamn fucking cunt. I'm gonna rip you a new one, Kawaii boss. Okay? I'm gonna fucking kiss one on the table. I'm gonna rip you a new one, Kawaii boss.
Like items you're carrying, keys, loose change. Holy shit!
Grace, please. Grace. Don't.
It's a game,
No. Stop. Don't do it, please.
Shh.
Before, but no more. You lost your fucking mind.
Joe, you're making a terrible mistake I'm not gonna let you make.
You little goddamn fucking cunt! I'm gonna rip you a new one, Kawaii cost. Sorry I'm a bad YouTuber. Sorry I'm a terrible host.
She's such a petty little bitch that she can't handle a little bit of criticism, and some bans. Such a petty little bitch that she can't handle a little bit of criticism. Either of these assholes want to come on here and fucking explain what the fuck I said.
I agree with everything Sogan says.
Either of these
It's
assholes wanna come on here
a classical liberal position
explain
is
what the fuck I said.
I agree with everything Sogan says. It's a classical liberal position.
I admit that about myself, bitch.
No,
You need
shut
to
the
admit
fuck
it too.
No,
You need
no,
to
no, no.
Get down on your hands and knees.
J-Tag, fuck you!
I admit that about myself, bitch.
No, shut the fuck
What
the fuck are you doing? Pull that trigger! J-Tag, fuck you!
Oh, here we go. What's up, everybody? That was the intro. And we didn't fuck it up at all. Oh shit. Oh, here we go. Let me bring What's up, everybody? That was the intro. Yeah, let me bring our guests on we didn't real fuck quick. It up at all. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Let me bring What's up, everybody? That was the intro. Okay. Let me bring our guests on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pull the Trigger. My camera's off. My fucking camera's off, of course. Let me bring Hang on. Okay. Let me bring our guests on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pull the Trigger. My camera's off. My fucking camera's off, of course.
Hello? Hey, Jay? Can you hear us?
What's up, everybody?
Oh.
Welcome to Pull the Trigger. My camera's off.
Whoa.
My camera's off, of course.
The bottom has come out,
Hello?
dude.
Hey, Jay?
Fuck.
The show has gone awry.
Can you hear us?
We can't hear you, Jay.
Yeah, Jay, you're muted.
Why is this a regular thing for you, Jay? We always
Look,
lose your
okay,
audio.
I fucked up. I fucked up, god damn it. And so I'm paying for my sins. All right? I'm paying for my fucking sins. Okay. Fucking never mind. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Pull the Trigger. Today we got a very special episode. We got a fucking special guest on today. We have Paul's Ego, motherfuckers. Paul's Ego of Ideology
hello.
and Deep Fat Fried. How you doing today, Paul?
What it do, and what it do. Good afternoon, good evening. What kind of fucking rinky-dink show is this, man? You fuck up the intro, fuck up your mic. What's going on, Jay Dark?
Well, first of all, it's Jay Darkay, all right? It's
Jay
not,
Darky.
It's Darkay.
Yeah, Darky.
It's Darkay.
Jay
not-
Darky.
Okay, whatever. And second, look, I fucking know, okay, I'm fucking garbage. I can't even fucking run a show, okay? That's why I whipped myself. We're all good now, okay?
All right, fair enough. All is forgiven.
Are you sure you whipped yourself enough, Jay? I mean, man, you've been fucking up a lot lately.
Damn, dude, damn. The shade of it all.
I even got this special fucking belt, okay? It's a look at this, okay? Extra fucking painful to fucking, okay, pay for my sins, okay? And I believe that I've done so. I don't think I need to come on here and do any more whipping, okay? I think the audience has had enough. I think everyone gets it, okay? Have I not done enough? Maybe I haven't.
I feel you've done your penance for tonight, but I don't know what else you've put these guys through. I don't know what other shenanigans they've dealt with, you know.
Well, how about this?
Well, holy shit! Like, what is this, episode 9, and we're still fucking up the intro, Jay? I mean, come on.
I mean.
Oh, I tweeted the wrong goddamn episode, dude.
Oh,
I gotta
shit.
find a link to this shit so I can tweet it out.
Oh shit. Let's see.
Here, I'll find something. Don't worry about it. I got it handled. I got it
All right. So yeah, we got Paul on. We got Taylor is gonna join us soon. The Taylor Kirk, right? Wife of Kaiser Scotty. Okay. This is gonna be a cool show.
Yeah,
and,
she's coming on shortly. She's just going
take a
back to
shot
her
every
house.
time. Coolman says take a shot every time Jay says okay, and you'll be shit faced within 20 minutes.
Whoa.
Sure. Okay.
Look, dude, I have mine. I have mine that I always do is, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like when I get on a roll, when I've got a lot to say and I'm trying to get it all out.
Oh no, Paul, Honest and I already have a drinking game going. When you say a certain word, we're not going to disclose the word. Then you just say it all the time, but we're going to take a shot every time you say it.
Wow. Is it a bloviate?
Oh well, I'm not gonna give you any hints, but
wow.
Yeah.
That's smart, because I would just have you guys drinking yourselves to death.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, we've got an episode planned for next week. We're gonna have the YouTube Saints on, so it's gonna be Jeff Holiday and Wizard of Cause, and we're gonna do a drinking episode. We're gonna we've talked about it. Okay, we're gonna attempt something. Okay, I'm gonna attempt something because look, a lot of people have told me that I swear too goddamn much. Okay.
Okay.
People tell me I say fuck too much. I say, you know, all kind. I do. Okay. I rely on it.
Think so?
I say it a fucking lot. Yeah, I do.
Fuck no, you don't. You're fine, dude.
I'm not talking about Paul. I'm talking about me. Right. I swear too much. So I'm gonna try doing an episode where I'm going to try and not swear, but every time I do, I'm gonna take a drink. And
so you're gonna punish yourself by getting drunker, thus making it harder for you to not swear?
Yes. I don't know why I agreed to this, but
yeah, it's gonna be a cascade of drinks, man. Because like I don't know about you, but the more I drink, the more I cuss.
Yeah.
I think everybody just reaches a point like with drinking where everything that comes out, like when you get drunk enough, pretty much everything that comes out of your mouth is fuck or shit.
Oh yeah, sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I think you should start drinking tonight, Paul. Why not?
Fuck that. Nope.
No?
No, dude. You know what? I drank so much in my fucking 20s. I feel like I did all my drinking. Like every once in a while, I get good and drunk and I enjoy it, but I don't drink. Yeah, I can't do that shit anymore, man.
Yeah, I mean, if your vagina hurts, that's alright. That's alright.
It does. It does. No, I do have kind of a sandy drinking vagina now. I just don't like it. I don't know. I don't like being around drunkies either. I'm kind of tired of that. I've spent a lot of time around drunkies.
Yeah.
And dealing with drunkies and all their drunkie problems, you know? I'm kind of ready for a break from drunkies.
I mean, drunk TJ would be pretty annoying to be around.
I mean, it's a force of nature. It's a force of nature.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm usually in the same boat that Paul is. I kind of hate being around drunkies. I rarely ever drink. But I got an Australian as a co-host, so I get dragged into this shit pretty regularly.
Yeah, I'm perpetually drunk.
Every time we go live for a show, this guy's like, "Let's find a reason to take some shots." Man, I haven't drank this much in years.
I mean, I've been like, I don't know, like we were doing a lot of drinking challenges and stuff on DP for a while there, and I reached a point where I had to be like, dude, I got to sit out the next couple of fucking drinking challenges because I can't hang with this shit. Got so completely obliterated, and it's just not something I do anymore. Well, I mean, the moonshine episode of DFF, I guess, notwithstanding, did get pretty fucking wasted for that.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Weed has replaced my need for alcohol pretty much totally. Like if I was left to my own devices in a social setting, it's weed. That's it. Right. You know what I mean? That's all I need. Just give me the weed. I'm fine.
Yeah, me too. That's I'm
agree.
pretty much smoking weed all day, every day.
Well, I mean,
and since
that's
I've
how
s-
I maintain.
Yeah, yeah. I take it for depression, anxiety, pain, all that shit. It works wonders for me anyway. And ever since I've done that, I don't really feel the need to drink much ever. But my viewers want to see me drunk. They enjoyed the last time I got drunk, and they want me to get drunk again. Everyone's been saying, so you know what? I thought I'd give them what they want. I'll get shit faced, but yeah, as fucking someone said in the chat, there will be a cutoff point, definitely, because
you're gonna have somebody to like wave the red flag and stop you if you decide to go too far.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if you get so drunk you can't stop, and the show is in your hands?
I think he
I
can.
don't know.
I'm sure he can trust one of us to stop him if.
Dude, what if it
crazy.
spirals out of control with J-Dark banning both of you and taking the show totally over, and drunk dialing all of his exes live on the show?
Fuck.
What if that happens, dude?
I'm down with that. Fuck yeah.
Anything
sounds
could
good,
fucking
too.
happen. Anything could fucking happen. Who knows? You guys got to tune in next week, and we'll fucking see what happens when I get shit faced. Also,
I'm hoping there's at least one salty ban out of here. Like if you guys are all drinking and one of you doesn't saltily ban at least one of the other ones, then failure of a drinking episode, dude. You guys, I want to see you guys at each other's throats, man. That's what men do when they drink. They fight. God damn it.
Why are you already trying to dismantle the hosts, Paul?
Because that's what I do. I'm the killer of podcasts,
he
man.
is. We're gonna. Get
Oh,
into
sure,
that.
yeah.
It's no problem. We already know who's gonna drop out first anyway. It's gonna be Creamage. It's always Creamage.
No, I don't drop out. I pass out. All right.
Yeah, he drops
Yeah.
out.
Oh, who wants to take?
Oh, hey,
bets?
Scotty's here.
Who wants to take bets on
hey,
how
Scotty, what's
long it'll
going on?
take? How long it'll take for fucking Creamage to fall asleep this episode? I'll give it
Right.
I'm gonna
an
give it
hour.
like 2 hours. I'm pretty good right now.
Okay.
You gotta get that. Nice
Yeah,
juicy
but
out.
Paul, if you don't know, I frequently just casually pass out on my bed during the show, and then wake up like an hour later. And
That shows a profound dedication. What is fucking up, Taylor?
Yeah,
What
what's
is
up,
up?
Taylor?
Taylor, motherfucking Kirk,
Can y'all hear me good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
can hear
sound
me
fine.
well? Okay, awesome. The reason why I am late is because I could not find my broken headphones that I used last time, so I had to get Scotty's laptop.
Dude, I could hear. Did you have to borrow his headphones from him?
Oh no, these are mine. Scotty
okay.
got me these for Valentine's Day or something. He's not even here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
So-
Scotty hates his headphones being used, dude.
Well, he's fine with me using them because I give him the puss, man.
Well, yeah, but
What is he
like,
gonna say to me?
anybody that's not passing him the puss though cannot wear those headphones, dude.
Oh, you can give him the puss if you want.
Well, the boy puss.
Yeah, the boy pussy.
Boy puss. Oh god.
That's one of my most favorite words that has come out
Boy puss.
in recent times is boy pussy. Yeah.
I like when people spell it with
haven't
two
heard it.
C's.
Yeah. The BOIBUCCY, right?
Yeah. That's my
That's
favorite.
beautiful.
I have not seen that. That makes sense though. It makes a little ass.
It show do.
All right. So we're gonna get to
Actually, Jay,
What?
Cam just messaged me. Am
Yeah.
I sending the link? Yeah.
he can come in a bit later.
Not
Let's,
just yet, but yeah, tell him if he's ready, then we'll get to him pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Well,
Did we want to get the elephant in the room out of the room?
Look,
Whoa. Hold up. Fat jokes already. Listen, I didn't come on here to be called an elephant, okay?
Well,
all right? I don't know what
He
you
was
think.
talking to me, Paul.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Sorry, did we want to get the blobfish out of the room? Is that
Yes.
better?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no. Look, we need to start with emptying the clip segment, okay? Look, we're gonna do a segment called emptying the clip, Okay, we talk about a lot of triggering subjects on this show, and you know, during the average course of an episode, there's a lot of shit flying around. So, you know, we like to start things off by giving everyone a chance to unload, by airing some grievances and telling us. So basically, we're gonna go around. Everyone's gonna tell us one thing that triggered you this week. And, you know, because it's good to unload, you know, and that way if anyone does pull the trigger during the show, nobody gets hurt, right? So,
You're cutting out, my man.
I'm cutting out. Shit.
Yeah, you were a little bit.
Oh, that's because I touched the fucking cord for this mic. I have a shitty mic. I apologize.
How unprofessional. How unprofessional. Look at me. Look, I went and got this fucking nice-ass headphone set, this MacBook, just for you. And you have shit fucking audio. I don't like it. I don't like it. Show's
Holy
not for
shit,
me.
dude. Roasted.
Sorry, I'm a bad fucking host. God damn it. I'm sorry. I'll fucking change.
Keep hitting
I'll
yourself.
fucking
Keep hitting
change,
yourself.
goddammit.
Come on.
Dude, she's liking this. Look at her.
I can fucking change, okay? I will.
Digging this self-spanking.
Keep spanking yourself.
Ah, that one really fucking hurt. But I don't
Good.
mind.
It's meant to.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, so, anyone want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start. Kawaii cost.
Yep,
There
I
you
knew
go.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
sorry. I just I'll put it out there. Kawaii cost triggered the fuck out of me this week. Probably triggered me harder than anything else this week triggered me. So, yeah, Kawaii cost. Fuck him.
Nope, you gotta unleash Paul. Let it out.
Oh, you know, I'm sure there'll be time for that in the future here. I've been told through the grapevine that Kawaii cost may be joining us to get a public beatdown tonight.
Ooh,
So,
hold it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
So I'm
fucking see about
reserving the salt.
that.
But yeah, that's definitely what triggered the fuck out of me this week.
Oh yeah.
Had me yelling and shit at my phone like a fucking insane person. Like screaming and drooling about how I wanted him to pay me back for every person that was in that Discord. You know?
$500. You give me $500, then you're sorry.
Dude, so like,
it. Holy shit.
like, what am I gonna do? Like deny that I was triggered? Like that's the hardest I was triggered this week.
Fuck you!
Yeah, dude.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
So actually, Taylor does it better than you do. Holy fuck.
She's got it down, dude. She's seen it happen too many times. She's been standing over my shoulder as it happened too many goddamn times, dude. She knows the salty outburst.
You know what's even better than Paul's salty outburst is Scotty salty outburst.
Well, Scotty's the king of salty outbursts.
Look, and I love Paul's outburst. I love it. Love it. I fucking dig it. I don't like him being sad, but I enjoy watching him be angry because it's humorous to me.
Yeah.
But Scotty being pissed off is like do you enjoy horror, Darky?
Yes.
You enjoy horror?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Just get Scotty pissed off. Okay? Just get Scotty pissed off because you're not going to be able to understand what he's saying, but you're going to know by the level of his voice that he is fucking angry and he wants to murder you.
I mean, I imagine.
And the funniest.
So what I've seen on the show is like he gets kind of violent. That's the scary part, and you don't know how far he's going to go with the violence.
I mean, not to me, but
yeah, right. Scotty's an unpredictable chap. You never do know, but like he's not a dude that's likely to punch somebody in the face.
No.
He's much more likely to scream in your face than ever do anything physical to you.
The thing to worry about with Scotty is that he will get his fucking revenge. I promise. And the funny thing is that it's so diabolical.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, Scotty's a very Machiavellian guy.
I love it. It's sexy.
I can respect that for sure. I can.
Wait, do you have an example of that? Like a time where Scotty got his revenge really solidly on someone that pissed him off.
I mean, dude, there's so many little victories that I witnessed just with TJ, like against TJ. TJ was like when they lived together, especially, was his constant foe. The constant like withering fucking criticism on TJ, and like there are just a lot of times where Scotty's right about something because TJ fucked something up, and Scotty warned him. You know what I mean? And Scotty knows how to gloat, dude. The Scotty gloat is a thing. When Scotty's
Yeah.
right about something, dude, it's an angry gloat.
Dude, for me, he does this little dance every single time. Every time he's right about something, he goes, You know, it's really cute. But
yeah, he
you know,
does
for
that
TJ.
because you're a shit. Yeah, no, dude, for TJ or me, dude, when he's right about something and we're wrong, oh, dude, it's over. Dude, it's like, well, whatever. You can't blame him. He was right, and I'm pretty smug when I'm right too. But goddamn, dude, Scotty will just like he'll continue to berate you. I fucking told you, you stupid motherfucker. I said, you know, he'll go over the whole goddamn argument again and make you sit there and listen to how wrong you were. You know, that's just Scotty, dude. That's what he does. That's what he do.
Here's the fucking thing, though, is that Scotty is usually right. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. Well, if Scotty's willing to like get all super heated about something, he's usually correct about it. You're right.
Yeah.
Like Scotty's if he's iffy about something, he doesn't get all emotionally involved in it. If he thinks he's right though, that's when Scotty gets, you know, that's when the clash happens.
Look, that happened this morning because I told him that men can lactate and he did not believe me. So he's like, no, they don't. I'm like, yes, they do. You can lactate. It's not normal, but a man can lactate. Okay, it can happen. He's like, no. And then he looks it up. Well, I guess you're right. You know, but if he would have won, I would have fucking heard about it for the rest of the fucking day, man.
Oh, dude, the rest of the day, you'd have been joking about it for like weeks.
Yeah.
He'd have been like, man, we're out of milk. Hold on, let me lactate some. Oh wait, I can't because I'm a dude.
So he downplays the losses and overplays the wins. Basically.
Well, I mean, what smart person doesn't? Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
So, has anyone else
Jay?
been triggered this week?
Jay, do you have something that triggered you this week?
Yeah. What triggered you, Jay? We're curious.
Okay.
Oh my God.
How was your
Well,
week, buddy?
Look.
Is it good?
I've got to. I can't talk too much about it, okay? But there's a certain individual that has been giving me some trouble and making some false accusations about me, and it's kind of annoying. But you know what? I've moved past it. You know, I was triggered, but I'm not anymore. I've moved past it. I'm
Wow.
Yeah.
Healing.
Fuck yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. Round of applause for healing.
Well, look.
Letting go of the past.
That's what this channel
Actually,
is.
that's what happened for me too. Actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm proud of you, Jay.
That's what this channel's all about. Okay, this is you know, I like to bring guests on and have fun, right? But for me, it's always been a place where I can fucking come on here and get over the fucking bullshit that's bothering me in life, and that's what I fucking do. And you know, so. You know, I don't want to let fucking people, you know, I want this to be a fucking, you know, a place where there's no actual drama, right? So I'm just fucking, you know, I'm not gonna perpetuate it. I'm not gonna partake.
There's no need, dude. The other shit we've got to cover tonight is way more interesting than the stupid bullshit drama anyway.
Yeah. So no drama. You know, I did get triggered. Okay, I'm honest. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I got
happens.
fucking triggered. Okay, I don't like being falsely accused of shit. You know, but at the end of the day, it's just one crazy person screaming into the wind, and I don't really let that bother me.
Who's your crazy person?
I'm gonna piggyback on Jay's triggering this week. Man, watching Jay go through what he's going through reminds me of things that I've gone through in the past. Trying to help him adjust, it triggered the fuck out of me this week. I'm not gonna lie.
So
I'm gonna say the same thing, and
we're all triggered by the same thing.
I mean, not a lot triggers me.
Yeah.
So, but that really did. So.
Yeah.
No one knows what the fuck we're talking about for the
no
most
one
part,
does.
but
Fuck.
not a lot of people do. But we're gonna steer away from that. It's in the past now. Right. But yeah.
Creamage, are you keeping up on your shots? Just checking.
Yes, I am. Every time he said it, I have.
Okay.
Have you?
Wait a minute. I've already said the word a bunch of times
Oh
already.
yeah.
Maybe once or twice.
What the fuck? What is this word?
What?
Yeah. So everyone.
Taylor, they're doing a drinking game based on a word that apparently I say a lot, and they're drinking every time I say it, but I don't know what word it is, so I don't know how to stop it.
What?
Like, if these guys start to get real super fucking wasted, I don't know how to stop, because I don't know what the word.
Just drink again.
Well, we will reveal it maybe in like an hour.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that a drink of your drink that you just took right there?
No, that's water.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
And let's see if anyone
in like an hour we'll reveal it because we'll probably be fucking dead.
Jesus.
But,
feel free to guess.
Dude, mine would probably be either dude from Scotty or
I think I know what mine is, dude. Right there. You guys got to take another shot. Take another shot. I know what it is.
Is it dude?
Right.
Yeah, it's dude.
Fuck
it's
dude. Shit. Yeah, you did it. You fucking did it. Fuck you.
Yeah, dude, you got to zero in on it. What am I supposed to do? It's like a tick.
Vodka is
For me, it's like a tick now too. Scotty and TJ have got me on it. It's every second. Dude. No. Dude, seriously, dude.
I mean, I don't think we could have lasted much longer, but yeah. Okay, thank you for ending that.
Yeah, thanks for
You're
ending
welcome.
the game, Paul.
I'm a sleuth, dude. What can I say, dude?
Dude.
It was me that fucking got you here, Paul.
Well, once you figure it out, that ends it. So.
So
all right, dude. Well, whatever. I was the Sherlock Holmes, and you were the Watson. Okay. Come on, Watson is the best. Watson saved Sherlock's
Watson.
ass. All right, there you go. There you go. I'll take that amount of credit then.
Okay.
I do the same thing, man. My mom gets on me for calling her dude.
I try to either use man or my friend.
I do man a lot too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 90s thing.
I can't fucking help it, man. I grew up in California. I'm struggling right now because I just now that I'm aware of what the word is that I say all the time, I'm trying not to say it, and it's hard. It's like a period or a comma to me.
Yeah, dude.
Like a little bridge between words that I can't use anymore.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it! And I gotta sit here and listen to you use it all freely and shit.
I say it all the time now too, but only when I'm really high.
I mean, I'm always really high, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why.
True.
We always be smoking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, dude. Anyway, Taylor, did you have anything that triggered you this week? Other than the obvious. No.
No, not really.
You went untriggered.
I'm not easily triggered, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The only thing that triggers me.
Yeah.
The only thing that triggers me is maybe news stories.
Yeah.
You know.
What's the smallest thing that triggered? Surely you have something. Yeah, this week, something you were just fuck that shit.
Just seeing that more poachers are killing elephants. That's about it.
Yeah, that's fucking retarded.
That's pretty random. Okay.
It's not random, dude. Do you know how important elephants are to the African, not just the African, but the Asian ecosystem? You know what I mean? If elephants are gone, the ecosystem's going to completely crumble.
I haven't looked into it, but
Man, fucking elephant,
You haven't
dude.
looked into it?
Save the
Fucking
gorillas,
elephant?
dude. Yeah, fucking
statement-
elephant.
Yeah,
dude.
save
the
the-
gorillas. Save the
you can
gorillas.
save
Fuck
both
the
of them.
elephants.
You can save both of them.
Those
Yes, you can.
those two great beasts cannot coexist on this planet.
They can and they have.
They have
for
no.
Forever.
I'm pretty sure we're not gonna miss.
wait,
honest.
Paul, we're doing this now. Elephant versus gorilla, go.
Gorilla.
I mean, I've already done elephant versus gorilla, but
well,
just as a refresher, here's what happens.
Yep.
Big giant fucking bull elephant sees gorilla. He's standing there in the field, right? Thinks the gorilla doesn't see him, and he knows he needs to kill this gorilla because he knows how dangerous this creature is. So he charges like a bull elephant will with his tusks out. Gorilla pretends he doesn't even see it. Just goes along picking daisies. You know, fucking elephant charging, and right at the last fucking second, gorilla turns around, grabs elephant's trunk, and then slides between elephant's front legs and back legs, holding the trunk, carrying it with him, flips elephant over on his back. Boom! Then, this is a new one that I just found out about. Scientists have just observed this behavior in the wild. After he's flipped the elephant over, gorilla takes the tusks and tames the elephant and becomes an elephant riding gorilla. So he gets a mount out of the deal. So not only does he win, but he recruits the elephant and rides an elephant.
Mount?
Yeah, he gets a mount.
No, what the fuck, Paul?
remember-
That's the same as the fucking rhino thing, which is from Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
No, from Donkey Kong Country. Fuck you.
Well, whatever, dude. He learned all of his fucking moves from. Where do you think he learned his moves from?
They have shown
Donkey
that
Kong
monkeys,
Country.
It's
that
the only
monkeys
video
will-
game that
will
they
fucking
had in the
ride
condo.
animals.
Paul, I have to ask, have you been trolling us with that the whole time? Has this just been a
What?
Donkey Kong?
No, come on.
Trolling
Come on,
you
Jay.
with what? Gorilla?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you guys how it is with gorilla. That's all.
I'm just gonna say Taylor makes a good point. If elephants disappear, we'll miss them, but no one's gonna miss the gorilla.
Everyone's
Yeah. Who
been-
cries for the gorilla? No
I'll cry.
man.
I will. I'll cry for the gorilla.
You would.
Why
Well,
wouldn't you? Here's the thing, dude. I can't be the only person that thinks this. I get extremely fucking uncomfortable when I go to a zoo and I walk past the gorilla exhibit because they look at you.
I mean,
and
I don't
you
like
know-
any of those animals, honestly. Like going to a
Yeah,
zoo
but that's
in
the
general.
saddest one. That's the saddest fucking one is the gorilla.
I
Not
mean,
the
them or
monkeys.
what about the big cats that are like in their cage pacing back and forth, and you know they just want to be roaming the goddamn jungle?
Well,
That's
I know that, but that
Yeah,
doesn't make
but,
me
I mean,
as sad.
come
For
on.
some reason, gorillas are very intelligent, and so to like look them in the eye and they look at you, and it's like, I don't know. You can just see the fucking hate.
What are they gonna do, Paul? They can't release those animals back into the wild. They have to do something with them.
yeah. I mean,
The
I
only
don't know.
reason why I'm okay with zoos is because of the preservation of the species. But at the same time, I think
idiots are gonna keep taking them from the wild and keep mismanaging them, and then we're gonna have to keep doing something with them. We
I
can't.
mean, I'm
just,
good
we
at-
can't just let them go.
I'm good with zoos as like a rehabilitation center for sick
Yeah.
animals or animals that can't survive due to human intervention in the wild or whatever. But like this idea that like animals are still being taken from the wild to be put
Yeah,
as
I don't-
specimens into zoos, fuck that bullshit.
yeah, I don't like that.
But Paul, what about that gas station with that lion? Or whatever.
I
it
don't
was?
think there's a
Oh,
lot of
don't
those.
even
They
get me
don't-
started.
contrary.
I don't even
They
want
don't
to
have
talk.
it. They
He
don't have
died,
it
by the
anymore.
way.
Yeah.
Well, he died. Tony, the fucking yeah, they don't have it anymore because the fucking tiger died.
I drive past that gas station every couple of weeks to go up to Shreveport and stuff, and they have this sign outside of it that says, "Help us get our tiger back." And mind you, this is a cage that I wouldn't want a dog to live
Wait,
in
get-
for the rest of
What,
its
they
life.
want a new
Wait,
tiger.
get the dead tiger back. They want a new tiger.
No. Yeah, they want a new tiger. So
Fuck them.
they're trying to get people to petition like for them
No.
to be able to get another tiger.
Absolutely no.
It's really
Well,
sad.
I hope nobody fucking signs
What
that
the
goddamn
fuck?
petition.
Like that tiger finally got its sweet release, right?
They use the
And
tiger's
now they
fucking
just wanna-
advertisement.
yeah.
Like it says on the side, see a live fucking tiger, you know? Like how disrespectful. This is an animal that is already being so close to extinction and you're going to use it as a living advertisement, you know?
Have
It's
you
horrible.
seen the movie Burning Bright?
No.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
Highly suggest you check out that movie. It is about a tiger in captivity.
Ooh,
And it is about a father with an autistic child, and
sounds like a
interesting-
Hallmark movie or like one of those
Yeah.
after-school special movies.
It's a suspense thriller.
Dude, is it Michael Landon? Is it Michael Landon? Is he the lead in it, dude?
I couldn't tell you.
It sounds like something he would have done.
Well, the father tries to commit insurance fraud by opening up a private zoo, and then releasing the tiger inside with his autistic son. It's a really interesting movie. You should check it out, especially if it's a subject that you care about.
Yeah, I'll check it out, man. I don't know, dude. I'm not like a tiger activist or anything, but I'm telling you, dude, when I saw that tiger, I was legit crushed by that. Like seeing him, like the way they were keeping him was just fucking unreal. He's like right by where all the cars drive, so he's just like sucking fumes all day long. And I'm just looking at this tiger going, what a miserable life for this poor fucking animal. You know, like I was immediately struck. It's not like, you know, I saw a tiger in captivity and got immediately triggered. No, this animal was bedraggled.
Right.
Like he just looked awful. And you know why? Because he sits outside in the humid, like he's not, you know what I mean? He's not from the fucking swamp. He's not used to the heat and the humidity being what it is in Louisiana. And then on top of that, he's got no fresh air because his cage is literally on the road to the fucking gas pumps. So it's like he's just sucking fumes all day. Horrible. Like it's a total travesty that they were even allowed to have that animal in those conditions. Like I don't have a problem with them, like I said, having a rehab animal and displaying them as long as they're giving it a habitat. Yeah, give it a habitat that it can roam around in and shit.
Yeah, right.
And where it's away from the fucking fumes and shit.
Like that's such like a juxtaposition. Like a tiger at a gas station. What the fuck? How does that make any sense?
It's terrible. It's just like a stupid American, like it's an American tradition. I don't know if you guys have, like, I assume you guys probably have the same thing where like along long stretches of road, there will be these curiosity places, right? Like mystery spot or, you know, the haunted house or this or that, weird little landmarks and weird. And then this tiger is one of them. You know what I mean? This gas station, this tiger gas station is what they're called. In fucking, what's the name? Gross Teat.
Yep.
Gross Teat, Louisiana. Piece of shit. I hate that fucking place, dude. I hope it fucking collapses overnight or some shit. I wouldn't be sad at all. Fuck that place.
I wouldn't.
But yeah,
it's
that's
a gas station too. Like you go in there and it's just a bunch of.
Dude, the bathrooms are gross. I don't know if you've ever used.
It's gross. Yes, I did.
Oh,
I used
man.
it last week actually.
Yeah, me and Ashley used it when we drove up the first time, and fuck, dude, never again. So gross. Anyway, fuck them. They suck.
Yeah. So, did you guys want to get into the? I guess the topic you wanted to get into, creamage.
Sorry, say again.
You were mentioning discussing the elephant in the room.
Oh yes, the poll in the room. Yeah, Kawaii Costa's keen to jump on, so I guess we should move to the Discord and mute ourselves on here.
Right.
Sure.
So he's messaging me and he's eager to come
Okay.
on.
I'm gonna say
Wait,
this
what?
first. What?
So we have to get on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, meet yourself on here and then jump into the JDark Discord and
Okay.
Go to the call-in waiting room, and I'll add everyone to the call. But before I have Kawaii Con on, Kawaii Con.
Kawaii Con, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Before I have Kawaii Con on, that fucking detestable piece of shit, who, by the way, look, I said I was thinking of giving you a second chance. Okay, I've been this is Creamage's idea. Okay, if it were up to me, I wouldn't fucking have you anywhere near my fucking podcast again. This is your last fucking chance, Kawaii Cast. This, like, if you fuck up on this last chance I'm giving you to fucking platform yourself so you can fucking, you know, we're gonna let you on the fucking crybaby soapbox, as we've called it in the past. A fucking segment that we've been working on where basically people can come on and whine about being banned. We let you on once before, and you kind of fucked up. You kind of blew it. But this is your final chance, Kawaii Cost. Okay, don't make me fucking regret this. Okay, like with the fucking TJ's anus incident. Okay. I mean, I guess everyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, so just for reference, Kawaii Cost came on here a few weeks ago with a picture of fucking TJ with a banana up his ass. So...
Why?
Why? Because I
I'm
kicked
sorry.
him.
No, it is funny, Paul, but
It's funny,
It really is.
you know YouTube. You know fucking YouTube.
No, I know. Like, it's a
Exactly.
shitty thing to do. It's like, you know, I'll never forget how pissed off everybody, like, the dudes were at fucking... What's his name? Fucking Copper Cab when he flashed his
Yeah.
stupid ass
Oh,
shaved balls and penis and ass all over our fucking stream.
That
Total
guy
piece.
is fucking
Oh.
retarded. Holy shit.
It was so bad too.
He's such a total piece of shit, dude. I don't know. I can't help but like Copper Cab for that. He's just a disaster everywhere he goes. Like, just a disaster. Anyway,
She's
shall we move
great.
over?
Yeah, let's migrate.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's head over to Discord.
I'm already in the waiting room, guys.
I'm gonna mute myself here. Alright, let's go into the waiting room. Oh shit. We've got a subscriber. Fuck yeah. New person subscribed. Awesome. Also, by the way, as I'm setting this up, there is a Streamlabs link in the description if anyone feels like contributing to this stream. Okay, here we go. So we'll bring...
Alright, cool.
Maybe I should
Hi,
turn...
Kawaii.
Hey,
Cast.
can everyone hear me all right?
Bella.
Alright, you ready for
Hey.
some fun?
Oh, Paul's not in.
Yeah, you can
There we
rip
go.
into me for a second, but some of y'all
Fuck
watching
yeah,
might
fucking
know that I,
subscribe.
that
I'm
I
gonna
have some
turn...
shit
Hang on,
planned.
guys. I
Dude,
gotta turn
Kawaii,
this off
Kawaii
first.
cost.
Wait, yeah, shut the fuck up. Make sure Jay's got the stream working
Yeah.
on the YouTube.
Yeah, no,
thing,
we're good. I just had notifications coming up for subscribers. Okay.
Testing 1 2. How's it sound though?
You sound as deplorable as ever, but we can hear you.
Kawaii
Yeah,
Cast
yeah,
meet
yeah.
Paul meet Kawaii Cast.
What it do,
Whatever.
Paul?
We've been fucking introduced. I know Kawaii.
Oh yes,
Cost.
yes.
Let me just hang on. You guys are a bit
I think
quiet.
it-
I'm gonna try and boost this audio for a second.
I'm wearing a Paul shirt right now. Funnily enough,
A
that's
Paul
$20
shirt.
back into the refund.
Oh my god, get out of here, dude.
I don't.
Whoa.
Sorry for being so
Dude,
goofy.
the Kawaii giggle, dude.
Oh fuck yeah! Cynic just donated $6.66.
Dude, I can't really
Fuck
talk.
yeah.
I've got a fucked up laugh too.
Yeah. Okay. So there's some shit that I can do to help make up for my
Look,
fuck
dude. Here's the thing, Kawaii. Let me. I gotta
Just call
define
me
the term.
nigger. Okay.
God damn it! See.
What?
Fucking piece of shit.
I didn't
Just
feel like
like
saying my
oh
name
God,
on air.
okay. All right.
Oh.
All right.
Do this, man.
Yeah, no. Here. So let me. We'll define the fucking terms here. All right. Like, I'm just gonna let you know off the tops. Like your Kawaii Cost account and shit. That's gone, dude. There's no way I'm unbanning.
Oh,
that.
yes.
That's your. That's what you
That's
pay.
fine.
That's what
That's
you pay.
perfectly okay.
Well, yeah, you know, whatever. But that's your payment. I'm not. You're not. That's not happening. Now, I can't
Okay.
stop you from, creating another account. I'm not gonna ban you on site if you do. But it's just,
Yeah.
whatever. The real problem here, I think, was misinterpreted as it being like I'm mad because you pirated shit. And let me.
I know.
Well, hold on.
Okay,
We're
yeah.
clearing the air for everybody. It's not just you. It's everybody.
Sorry.
You know what I mean? Everybody. No, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
All
You'll
right.
get your chance. You'll get cross-examined here in a sec. But I'm just saying, like, for me, let me be honest with you about the attitude that me and the guys have had about piracy from the fucking get-go. It's gonna happen. There's not a whole lot we can do to stop it. And trying to focusing too much effort on stopping it is a waste of fucking time and money. This wasn't about that. This was about you being a dude that was around a lot, that was in our shows, that was part of this, and whatever. I banned you and unbanned you a bunch of times, but we had a good rapport and shit. You were cool, and then I find out that you're Snake, and that's shitty. So you don't get to be Kawaii Cost anymore. Now you got to start over.
Mm.
And that's really where I stand.
Mm-hmm.
Although not in this community, because I'm not unbanning anything. Like that's just not happening. Like because it's just shitty. You know what I mean? It's that. Not to delve too deeply into it, but there's been drama, which I don't even really fucking care about recently, about other people sharing the links. This is not about you sharing the link with a friend. If that's what you did, we wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah.
Like I can't stop people from
fucked up and
who can't afford to fight. Like if they want to, you know, like it probably ends up in a net positive for us when people do it that way.
Oh, trust me, I know personal experience it has.
But there's a difference between that and just sharing it for anybody on a public fucking forum to come along and get. That's just shitty. That's a shitty thing to do to somebody who you have a rapport with. I'm not saying we were ever friends, but you know what I mean? Like I've been doing these ideologies for a long time. You've been around since almost the fucking beginning.
Yeah, I've been on the Twitter fucking ones, whatever it's called.
Right. So you were there for fucking ideas.
Yeah, ideas.
So, you know what I mean? Like you're a name that I, you know, and I guess maybe it's more about me than you because I develop a modicum of trust for people when I've dealt with them over, you know, and I thought that your heart was in the right place, but now I don't know. Now I don't know where your heart is at. You know what I mean? So.
Well, you've helped me realize how fucked up it was, like how much I messed up or
I mean, did you really think it was fucked up though, or were you just mad that you got caught?
At first, I was just mad about getting caught, but after I rewatched that stream, I saw how much you were pissed off about me. And I realized about how bad the shit I was doing is. And I've got some plans to help unfuck myself.
Well, I mean, look, dude, as far as I'm concerned, you don't have to unfuck yourself. Like, you're not going to be able to unfuck the damage that was done. You know what does that? Time. What's the saying? My dad used to tell me this all the fucking time. He drilled it into me.
Trust is easily earned, takes a while to get back, something like that.
Yep, exactly. Trust is trust is tough to earn and easy to lose. So you know what I mean? Like it'll just be like I said, I'm not gonna stop you from being in the community outside of your old accounts and shit. You want to come back? I'm fine with that. Be open about it. But like honestly, dude, like the estimation has changed, so that's on you to change.
I'm not saying you have to trust me again, but I can help you out solving those issues in the future.
Well, I don't need you to be some fucking super sleuth or detective or anything. Like like if you want to do shit, that's fine. What I'm saying is like you don't have to do that. I'd rather you just continue to participate in the community and be honest about what you are in it. Like if you're a troll and you're a piece of shit, then go be that. I don't got a problem with those people, honestly. Like the people over in the other Discord servers and fucking and I don't got a problem with those people. They get together. They some of them probably can't afford the show. Some of them for whatever reason don't feel like it's worth purchasing. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't stop those people from stealing the show. Or taking whatever. It's I don't really stealing whatever. I'm not using that as an incendiary thing. I'm just saying I can't stop them from taking it, and I don't really care to. But if you're gonna be that, go be that.
I don't want to be that, honestly. It was a misguided attempt at being generous, and I realized it was fucking stupid. But I was helping people out, and then stream came along. I found out how much of an asshole it looked like.
I mean, yeah, and there are ways of doing that. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Whatever.
It was more than looking like being an asshole. You were being an asshole, dude.
Yeah, that is being
an asshole.
You were being a duplicitous cunt.
A duplicitous
like I'm not just here to troll. You might have seen me in the Discord, where I'm the most active member. like
Well, no,
level 70
trust
or
me,
some shit.
trust me, dude. I know. Like
Yeah.
I'm aware. So I know it sucks that you lost that connection and shit. Like,
I'm still
but
there.
yeah, well, I know you've never left, but it is what it is. Like
Yeah.
I know enough about you to know.
You took my name recognition, and that's that. I'm not gonna get it back.
Right. I took your scalp, but I left you with your life. And now you got to go and wear. Now wherever you go, you got to wear a hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I have a cooler name now, anyway. Like the name that I used back then, that's just to fuck with people. Now I have a nice name, so win-win.
Well, there you go. You're starting fresh.
I had to get some jerky, dude.
I've kind of wanted a fresh start, and now he gave me the whatever the fucking word is that I know but can't say.
Here, Kawaii Cost, here's my advice for you is don't worry about what you can do to make amends right now, because like Paul said, dude, that shit is just gonna be time. What you need to do is focus on not being such a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah,
just be like, stop fucking causing problems for people, and then that, you know, maybe you can talk about doing shit for people down the line.
Yeah,
but right
I mean,
now,
I think you'd be better served. Here's what you need to do. Here's the. I think that's good advice, but here's where I think you need to actually focus. You need to learn where the line is, because I don't want you to be some tame piece of shit. Then you're.
I agree.
You're neutered. You know what I mean? You're not you anymore. I want.
I used to be way off that line back in the day.
Oh, no, I'm sure. But you need to find that center. Now, I'm not saying get totally away from what you do, but I'm saying figure out how to walk that tightrope. Because, like, I'm an abrasive piece of shit myself. Hold on, J-Dark. I can hear myself echoing back through you, but
dude, Kawaii, me and you just had this conversation that Paul's having with you right now about finding the fucking line, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
saying the same shit over and over, dude. Do it.
I'm doing it honestly. Like I'm saying it honestly is like as a person, I'm also like I may not be in the same way as Kawaii Cost, but I'm also a really, really abrasive person sometimes, and I use that to my advantage because I've learned how to walk that tightrope line.
Like, I try not to be an asshole unless I get pissed off or just fuck up and don't realize I'm doing it till it's too late. Kawaii. Like, I'm usually at least I think I'm a nice enough of a dude. I don't know if I come off as that, but that's my egotistical fucking opinion.
I think you should start by not trying to ruin other people's shows anymore.
Well, not if it's DP. Then
well, I don't give a shit. No,
that's
look. If you want me to say I don't give a shit what you do to DP, okay?
That's fine.
I will, but I mean, seriously, you have to learn, like, there's just
some... I
go sit here and lie.
I have something important to say. Yoshi for Mario Kart.
Yes!
Whoa.
Woo! Viva la resistance!
Hoorah!
My mind is blown.
I don't know what's going on.
Let the people hear my words.
Truth, brother.
Okay.
Can I ask a question, Kawaii Cost?
Go ahead.
If you were gonna do this, why did you use a fucking account that was so easily traceable back to you? Like, why did you?
That was my question too. Like, holy shit!
Because I didn't pay it any mind.
No, I can tell you exactly why he did it.
A dumbass. That's what I do.
No, it's not because you're a dumbass. It's because you're a fucking. It's because you're a little fucking weasel, and you want everybody. You want status. You want attention. You want everyone to know. Hey, Kawaii Cost is cool. He fucking gives me the links to the fucking private DFF episodes.
Yeah, I want to make people happy, and I took it too far.
Okay,
see, dude, at least Kawaii Cost is being honest here. At least he's.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's owning up. He's owning up to what he done.
Mm-hmm. I only lie if I need to, or if I.
That's good. I like that quote.
Nice. That's a good quote.
That's a great quote.
I only lie if I need to.
Yep.
God.
I'm not too bad at it. Well,
I can tell.
Sure.
Piece of shit, man. Like a fucking, you're like a poison pill that, like, you know, it's like if I continue to swat you, you'll still be there, and if I allow you to bloom and flourish, you'll be just like a hemorrhoid on my ass for the rest of my existence.
All right, Paul. Bottom line, are you gonna allow Kawaii Cost back into your streams, live streams, and whatnot, and the community eventually one day?
Yeah. Yes. Not as Kawaii Cost though. That account is gone. He has to.
I'm already in the Discord
fucking
under
persona. And you know, with the he needs to keep his fucking head down. I don't want him to not be him, but none of this bullshit. Like, be what you are. If you're gonna be a piece of shit, then be a piece of shit. And if you're not a piece of shit, then don't act like a piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, can he still be a trolly piece of shit like I am, or?
Well, of course. You know, I love the troll.
Jay,
exactly.
Jay, you got the echo thing going on. Not sure what's going on.
Echo.
I feel
It's
the
too
same
high.
way. I also love the trolls, but you got to find the line, man.
I kind of find you a troll sometimes.
Like, I'm sure you might be able to
Although-
notice who I am in the Discord just by through how I act. I'd hope you look the other way, but I can't.
I'm sure it's already an open secret who you are. I don't really care.
It's the openness.
I'm sure Kawaii Cost. Nobody expected you to leave, dude. You're a fucking parasite.
Kawaii Cost is greater than Paul.
Y'all, Paul, you might remember Bommelcar.
I love Bommelcar.
I love Bommelcar.
I want to kick this motherfucker.
Good old Bommelcar. You know how
Bommelcar is God King, dude. I love it.
You know,
Kawaii Cost,
250 accounts in
did you
DP.
have anything else to say or no?
You won't want that to be
regarding the topic or anything like that?
Oh yeah, there's a.
Did you have it?
There's a flaw with the Patreon archive where anybody can access it without a password. I'll hit you up somewhere, maybe Discord, Twitter DMs, whatever the fuck you want.
I don't think I've got you blocked on Twitter.
You
so
don't yet.
Just show me that. We're actually, I mean, whatever.
I talked to Coleman about it, Marco.
But
that's a good fucking start.
But yeah, that's a nice gesture. So yeah, go ahead and DM me that, and I'll pass it on to the guy.
I'll get on it once I'm back on my computer. Whenever I get kicked off, and I can be your ears in the fucking piracy server, even though you don't really give a fuck.
You know what though? This kind of worries me though.
Don't do any gay shit like that. You take care of your fucking self. You stop being such a piece of shit. Be a troll all you want, dude, but you got to figure out where the line is, because you either got to decide if you care about your reputation or not. Because if you don't care about your reputation, then you can go. I don't want to hear about you wanting to come out on the show anymore, or wanting to apologize or anything like that. But if you actually want to have a reputation with me, then work on that shit. And don't worry about fucking spying on people and shit like that.
Yeah, I just want to have fun, scrolling the Discord, watch the show.
Dude, yes, let's have some fun.
Paul, check out this Discord's general chat now. Yeah. What up, Puddle that shit just posted. It's you and Kawaii Cost, by the way.
Oh shit!
Jay, if you want to get that up on the screen.
That's ridiculous, dude.
But Puddles is a fucking artist, dude.
Oh my god. Yeah, Puddles, where's that fucking drawing of me? You said you'd fucking get it done.
Oh my
Yo, you need to fix my fucking hat. You need to fix my hat. It's red and black, white trimming. It's not all fucking brown. And I should be a lot fatter than that. Piece of shit. Fucking Fidel Castro was half my size.
That perfectly encapsulates the conversation tonight, I think. I thought there was going to be some F-bombs thrown at each other and you're going to fucking beat each other's throats. No, you're all civil and shit, so fuck you guys. God.
Well,
always civil. I'm a good boy.
Okay, I just want to say...
Oh, dude, we're not done with the segment yet, man. Just relax.
I am not
civil they can start. Alright, cool.
I am
can
not.
fuck up anytime,
Okay,
man.
let's be fucking clear here, Kawaii Cast. You fucking came onto my show with after I kicked you multiple
TJ's
fucking
anus.
times with a picture of fucking TJ's anus. A
TJ's
fucking
anus.
picture of TJ with a goddamn banana in his ass. What the fuck is that, Kawaii Cast? Who does that? You fucking thieving scum fuck. You fucking piece of shit.
You want me to post that? I'll post
You
that.
fucking come on my show with a fucking pornographic picture of fucking TJ. What the fuck is wrong with you, Kawaii Cast?
You said you were attracted to TJ. I was fulfilling your every desire.
That's neither here nor there. Okay, fuck you. Okay, you do
Fancy
not
as a pedo.
If you wanted to fucking
Attracted
private
to
message me
TJ?
that,
Wait,
maybe that would have
wait.
been different.
Whoa.
But
Well, I
Y'all
mean,
need to
Whoa,
say your
hold on.
but
ABCs.
on
Go
my
back.
show publicly.
Go back.
What?
Wait.
A
Wait,
B C
you're
D
attracted to
A
TJ.
F G
Okay, no, it's
H
just
I
a rumor.
J
It's a
K
goddamn
L
rumor.
M
It's
N
not
O
fucking true.
P.
Fuck you,
N-O-P.
fuck you, Kawaii Cast. You little fucking piece of shit.
N-O-P.
I mean, look, he's not wrong about that.
This little fucking faggot thinks it's okay to go around to doing whatever the fuck he wants, okay? And
Die.
I'm gonna fucking
So
stand
were you
for it.
Eddie,
embarrassed
Eddie,
because you got a hard on your
piece
show?
of shit.
I was
Eddie the
not,
fucking.
I did not have look, okay? TJ
Ooh.
TJ is a beautiful fucking man. Okay.
This is so fucking oof.
You
TJ,
piece
look,
of shit, Eddie. Andrew the albatross, you
this
thieving
isn't about
nigger.
me, goddammit! Fuck you, Kawaii! Trying to fucking shift the fucking blame, shift the fucking focus off of your fucking retarded ass. Fuck you,
Damn,
Kawaii
Jay.
Cast.
This makes so much sense now. This makes so much fucking
Oh, and
sense.
the
You're in
fat
love with
part.
I am not fucking in love with TJ.
Yeah.
I
Yes, you
respect
are.
TJ.
You want to
Yes!
fuck
Taylor, I've exposed him for this
I respect
every
TJ
episode that
as
I've
a
been on
fucking-
here.
As a brilliant fucking
Wow. Wow.
YouTuber, artist.
Those of you
philosopher,
So the
guys
thought, the thought of kissing
Yo, wait,
TJ
wait a
with
second.
his unbrushed, unwashed, unclean
Look in the
fucking
Discord.
teeth and
Look in the
body, that's
Discord.
sexy to you.
You assholes, look in the fucking
I never
Discord.
fucking said that,
Nub,
okay?
nub.
Oh, listen, nobody
Don't
but
fucking
Scott,
putting words in
bitch.
my. Okay, fuck you, Kawaii. You know what, Kawaii Cast? I've been
Ben
wanting.
cheats on his wife.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck you.
Whoa.
Fuck you.
Oh!
Spread the word! The people must know! Ben cheats on his wife. Justice for Yoshi. Hashtag justice for Yoshi.
Holy shit, dude!
Yo, fuck it, dude. Fuck it, dude. It's content, dude. Fuck it.
It's
Can
too
I
late.
can I throw him out now?
Yes!
I'm
No.
sorry, Paul, but
Fuck
Thank you,
Kawaii.
Jesus Christ! Why
This is why
Jay?
I can't hate him.
you need to grow some
I love
balls,
him.
Jay? Why the
This
fuck
exact-
do you let
yes,
him fucking
this is
take
why I
over the
can't
show like
hate him.
that?
I can't fucking hate the guy.
I can't.
He's good content. He is good
My-
fucking
He's good.
content. We have to
Okay.
admit that, man.
What can you say,
Billy
man? What
Goat?
can you say?
No.
My show is always in my control, and if you say that goddamn shit again, I'll take your fucking wrench from you. You
Billy-
goddamn bitch.
Billy Goat's
You
Goat's right,
You think
dude.
you can just say whatever the fuck you
are-
want just because you're a fucking patron? Fuck you, Billy Goat. I'm not having this
You're
shit.
kind of a bitch, Jay.
Actually, Paul, thoughts on the Pull the Trigger podcast so far?
Oh my god, dude! It is a class 8 garbage fire. My favorite kind of garbage fire.
Oh my god. I don't
Fuck
know
it, dude. Fuck
Yep.
it, dude. Content, dude.
It's content, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude.
Yeah, good job,
Oh my
Creamage.
god. Look, I may say some things here and there in jest, okay, for fucking comedic purposes. Okay, not everything I say is meant to be taken seriously. So,
Thanks,
with that in
thanks,
mind,
Jay.
let's
Thanks.
move on. Let's move on. Let's move the fuck on.
Like,
Okay?
Want to jump back?
Why
you want to
Taylor-
jump back into the hang out?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, sure. If Kawaii is done, yeah, let's jump
actually,
again.
got-
So
Yeah, of course.
unmute and
Looks
bail
like
from
someone
Discord.
else wants to
And
call
Creamage,
in.
he was done 10 minutes ago.
No, Taylor.
Guys, do you want to take calls from a couple other people?
Okay.
No.
We
Oh, I guess
we might
stay
as
here.
well.
All right,
you
yeah,
know,
sure.
I don't know if anybody legit. Jay, do you want to bring anybody in?
Sure.
It's up to you. I don't know if
Yeah,
anybody
we'll-
actually
we'll-
wants to come in and talk. If
We'll
they
bring
do,
in a couple. We
I'm
might
down.
as well. We're doing calls now. That's why we don't
Guess
have to
who's back?
I mean,
go back.
Back
and-
again.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Listen,
Got
I already
crazy with
said it in the chat,
Dude, we
but
need to go
if
do
you
karaoke
want
somewhere.
to do a call in, come in the Discord. There's a call in room. You can come in, and Jay can bring you in if he wants to.
Yeah, well, I'll give a couple people a couple minutes to say something, but if
Go do karaoke, hamster.
Wait, I'm
What?
confused.
Dude, I am down for some
What-
karaoke.
Are we in Hangout or Discord now?
we're still in Discord.
We're gonna
'cause,
stay in Discord and do some call-ins.
Yeah,
Yeah, Paul, come back.
Paul is still in the Discord. He
I-
just
Jay,
muted
Jay,
himself.
turn down your headphones again. There's the echo.
That's
Shit.
because that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna take this Loco Cabano. Okay, what's up, motherfucker? What's up, Loco? Faggot, you gonna fucking speak, faggot? Oh my god.
Okay, you have
Hi.
something to
Back.
say?
What's up?
What's up, faggot?
Something to contribute? You got something?
Do I got something to contribute? I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't hear a lie earlier, but that's all I'm gonna say.
What are you talking about?
Did you hear there was a lie?
I didn't hear a lie earlier.
What, from Kawaii Cost?
Yeah, I mean, there was no lies there.
Sure. Kawaii Cost is honest, I'll give him that. Okay, but he's still a piece of shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, agreed.
I don't agree with that. I don't think he's. He needs to prove to me that he's honest because he has been full of shit with me anyway.
No, I know the vulnerability thing you mentioned is true. He already showed that to us.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking, he's just a piece of shit. Yeah. Did you have any questions or anything?
No, not really.
All right. Well then.
Bring someone else in.
I just came in to say he wasn't lying.
Sure, he wasn't.
All right.
I mean,
Oh my god.
Sure.
Thanks for that.
Confirmation for
Let's,
the streets, dude.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Oh, hello.
What just happened?
Oh.
Jay,
get moved.
I got what?
I just want to say something.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
God.
So,
Here we go.
hashtag justice for Yoshi.
I just want to say that Fancy's a pedo. That's all I want.
Oh, okay.
I agree with Eddie's sentiment. Eddie's also a Pete.
Hey,
Okay.
that's not true.
And I don't know anything about this, so I'm gonna.
I don't know shit.
Thanks for letting us know. Oh, what's this?
Yeah.
what is going on with Discord, dude? Holy shit.
I don't know. Let's okay.
Let's go back to the fucking hangout
Yeah,
thing.
let's go back to
Yeah,
Discord.
back to Hangout. Bail
done
from
with
this
calling.
cancel. Let's go.
I was hoping. Oh. Hang on, here we go. I was hoping that would be more interesting, but
No.
yeah, people don't have much.
Everyone's just memeing.
Faggots don't know shit about. They think they got something clever to say until you actually bring them in and ask them, and then they're just like, duh.
Me,
Pointless.
pedo. Funny.
What a bunch of faggots,
I mean, it's
dude.
just-
I don't know, dude, about the call-in shit. I mean, we'll try it again when we don't have.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So many people, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I enjoyed that crack-voiced performance from Cuboid there. I enjoy it. I just want to say that I'm Fancy's a pedo. And, I was just like, okay.
That kind of sounds like, Nazi. Oh, Nazi.
We should just.
I'm a niddly nutsy.
Grab a needle and Nazi.
We'll call it the trash fire segment. We'll just let them come in and act like dumbasses.
Yeah.
I guess we could bring Cam in here to talk politics with Paul, because I'm sure they have a lot to disagree with.
Oh,
boy.
is Cam clamoring to come in here?
He said he was like an hour ago. I can send him the link now though.
Mm-hmm. Jay, did you have a video downloaded, ready to go?
A video? No.
Jordan Peterson video.
Oh no,
Oh, gross.
I just thought we'd let them discuss it if they wanted. If Paul is down to debate a friend of ours.
It's your show. I'm here, man. I'm down to talk. I mean, I'm not a Jordan Peterson expert by any stretch of the word, but I'll talk to the guy for sure.
A week ago, I think, on our post show, we spent a couple hours watching that response to that you and TJ made to Jordan Peterson, and Creamage and Honest Red had a lot of fucking problems with it.
And you did too. Fuck off.
I thought that
And
there
you
were a
did
few
too.
inconsistent statements made by TJ
Sure.
at a couple points, but
That's an understatement. This guy's like, "Oh, I was betrayed by TJ. I feel betrayed."
I know what you're talking about. Good thing.
That's like that's verbatim. I'm pretty sure.
Good thing the post show is only for patrons, so you'll have to pay if you want to see if that's actually what happened.
That is what happened anyway.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Whoa.
Sorry.
All right.
Leave or just AFK for okay.
What?
Cool.
She's gone.
Let me on. Fuck yeah, TJ can join. I was gonna Okay. I was gonna invite TJ to come on.
Oh shit.
Another time.
I told you TJ would want to come on. Paul, you're in the same house.
Well, look.
Is TJ gonna come on? Let's do it.
I have no idea.
TJ's in the
I haven't even
chat.
seen
He
TJ
seems to
today,
want to
so
come
I don't
on.
know.
I promise you that if you bring TJ on here, Jay will bust his load.
That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous statement,
Okay.
sir. I don't appreciate.
We'll see.
I don't appreciate this kind of insinuation and slander on my character, sir. It's
okay.
Oh, Jay, you did say TJ was a disappointment or something like that in that video. In that Jordan Peterson video.
I did not.
You said you were disappointed in him.
I said nothing of the
So
I feel betrayed by TJ.
Yeah, betrayed. That's the words.
You would use these kind of ad hominems or something like that. I don't remember, dude. Something like that.
TJ is more than welcome to join.
Well, yeah, just send him
of course he is.
I've sent him a hangout link in Twitter. You can definitely join in, TJ.
Well, then Galen's on too. We can send Galen on link.
Galen doesn't want to come on. I've already asked him. But yeah. So okay, are we gonna have Cam in? I suppose. Did you?
Yeah, I guess we're waiting for Cam to respond. So, do you want to talk about something else?
Oh shit! Yes, TJ and Paul versus Cam on Jordan Peterson. Done.
That's. I don't know if that's fair for Cam, is it? You think?
Well, Cam's right about.
I'll probably defend JP somewhat.
That's good because I think he's a charlatan. I couldn't defend him.
I mean, none other will have my back too if he wants to come on too. But yeah. Is TJ coming on?
His reasons for championing Christianity are so fucking.
Oh yeah, that's
bullshit.
That's horseshit. I agree.
Total garbage. And as far as the dad wisdom shit is, like, why do I want to dig through his Christian horseshit in order to get little nuggets of dad wisdom that I can get fucking anywhere?
Look, here's what I'm gonna say about that situation, that video, okay? And I just realized it actually is public, so anyone can go watch it. But, yeah, usually the post shows, we do them live and then post them for patrons after. Anyway, look, At the time, okay, I was disappointed in TJ's criticisms of Peterson, but I still don't think that they're wrong, okay. And I look, my position, like I know you guys like to defend Peterson and it's like, oh, he's but I think Peterson is a fucking lying charlatan. And
okay.
Yeah,
in regards to that video, I know it's a meme right now, but they actually did strawman him, like hardcore. Like they're going, oh, he's talking about diversity and equity. It's like, no, you know exactly who he's talking about. He's talking about the far left. So, like, why you, which are people that you have, which are people you've been against in the past. TJ's made videos on these people.
Well, no. Here's the thing. You don't understand. Like, I think you misunderstand at least my position, and I would say you probably misunderstand TJ's as well. I'm not against the far left. I'm a member of it. I'm against certain elements of the far left, namely the identity politics / SJW side. But I couldn't be described better as a far leftist.
No, okay. This is why I would love you and TJ to have an actual argument with each other or a debate with each other on things you disagree with. Which here's
the problem. Here's the problem. Yeah, well, here's the thing. There aren't many of those things between us. Like, people want, like, TJ and I disagree on things every once in a while, but we think we have a lot of similarities in our thinking.
Of course.
In our political proclivities are pretty much the same. I mean, we have some disagreements, but like, we can't force conflict. You know what I mean? Like, this idea that we're like avoiding or tiptoeing around arguing with one another is just silly. If anything,
I never said that. I never said that. I said I'd love you two to debate each other.
About what?
On these ideas.
On what ideas?
Like, because you've just said that, like, you're far left. So
yes.
Why? Like, that makes no sense.
Why is that? Why does that not make sense?
Like, either you're far left or you don't know what you're talking about, because the far left is defined in a certain way.
No, the far left is not defined. See, this is the problem. I made a tweet about this years ago when I first got with Ashley. I made it from fucking Austin, Texas. We were at a weeaboo thing, and there was a big kerfluffle. I don't even remember what it was about, and people were trying to, like, they were disparaging people for being leftists, and I said, we cannot, as leftists, allow SJW bullshit to make us afraid to say, hey, I'm a leftist. I'm on the left. Hello. Hi, I'm a far leftist. Hello. Hi.
Okay. I'm the complete opposite of that. I go, okay, that's what that's defined as now. I'm no longer that. I go, okay, I'm a centrist, leaning left kind of thing.
Well, see, like, fuck that. I don't get chased out of my, like, the leftist is the best way to describe my political leanings, and I'm not getting chased out of it by people that want to just ascribe
but the
fucking SJW shit to everybody.
The spectrum has changed. Like, 5 years ago, I would have said, oh, are you left? Yeah, sure. Are you far left? Yeah, probably. 5 years ago. Now, no. Fuck no. Because we know, like, generally what far left means.
Well, no.
So why would you? Because it change.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree.
Spectrum changes.
I think that the fucking I think that the definition of far left is what, like, for me, my politics are far left. I believe in a total fucking welfare state. We're talking like 100% universal basic income state. I advocate for that.
Oh, I'm against that.
Oh, I know you're against it. I mean, I can tell already that you're going to be against. But, like, see, this is the thing. Like, how did you not know I'm a far leftist? Do you not listen to the shit I talk? Like, you're
I do.
my streams. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, that is a far leftist ideal. The idea that we should do away with the need for people to have a job in this society and give them a baseline income is a super far left idea.
Yes, it's very far left. But again, it's like, that's not. Like, it's all about grouping people together. We're like going, okay, group. Oh, I'm far leftist. Ergo, it means this, and this. That's what we have to deal with now, right?
I mean,
and you wouldn't like that, but that's what we do deal with.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, I have to deal. Well, no, I don't have to sling any shit over my shoulder that I don't carry. I'm a leftist because my politics are far left. Now, that doesn't mean I'm an SJW. I disagree with identity politics and the SJW wing of leftism, certainly. But I see its mirror in fucking conservatism. Everything that conservatives call out leftists for, they're guilty of. They're all triggered snowflakes. They all want to suppress speech. I mean, they're two sides of the same fucking coin. It's totally obvious. So,
sure. No, I completely agree.
But I'm not gonna it's the best descriptor for me, and I'm not gonna be chased out of it. Fuck that. I'm a leftist. I always have been.
But I mean, why label yourself though?
Why not?
Why
you just talked about how you change labels based on what people perceive the label of. Why change labels?
Okay, if using a label is necessary, if you want to go, if someone's like, "Oh, where do you lean?" It's like, well, if I'm forced into that, answering that, well, I guess this. In the current climate of what that actually means.
So you just answered your own question. Because I don't know. No, not that last part. I don't agree with within the current climate bullshit. That just how wishy-washy is that? Why don't you define for me what the current climate is? You know what I mean? Like it's a rabbit hole that we're never going to get to the bottom of. Fuck that. Leftist is the best way to describe my political leanings. Period. Now, I'm not interested in coming up with a different little word and being chased out of yet another thing by SJWs. Fuck them. They can be leftists too, and I can disagree with them.
So you don't want to be a liberalist?
No, I don't even know what that is.
I don't fucking know what that is either.
I agree with Paul. I think there's too many of these new labels that's constantly been being created, and all.
Well, we know that everybody in here is center left. I mean, because we've taken the political compass test.
Remember, I took a different test, but the test I took pretty much showed that I'm probably pretty far left. Like I had less than 1% capitalism, and so I
mean, yeah, I agree. Like a lot of we mean, like in this discussion, is like just semantics. It's like, oh, you mean this, you mean that. Right. It's like, well, which is more so why I like to talk about explicit topics like UBI, Universal Basic Income.
Sure,
it's
I'm willing to field
about that.
Yeah, if you want, while we're waiting for our Jordan Peterson fanatic to come in and.
I don't think that he's got the balls to come in here, honestly.
No. As you said that, he just messaged me on Discord. Was cooking lol, link not working now. What? The hangout
What's up with that, Jay?
I don't know.
Trying to push your leftist agenda, Jay?
Yeah, what the fuck, Jay?
I don't know if the link's not working. I sent it to TJ too.
Okay, hang on. Let me.
Oh, what's this?
That
cool new subscriber. What's up?
Probably.
Nah, Cam's a good guy.
I don't know if you can't use the link.
No, this might work now. Actually, hopefully.
Okay.
I've sent the wrong link. Just typing. It all says I'm the only one in there. What the fuck is going on? Can you send it to him, Jay?
Yeah. Hang on. I've just got to Okay, well, let's see.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I think that the way that he champions, he uses like a bunch of bullshit to champion Christianity is a bunch of crap. It really just makes me.
I mean, it's just
not worth it.
He's trying to find a fit for 1950s morals in a moral landscape that has changed so fucking drastically that it's never going back to that. It's just the same old argument, man. People pining away for this 1950s mentality of home, work, and God. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, it doesn't. People don't think that way anymore. People don't want that anymore. Our society had its turn with that, and we obviously didn't want it. The whole fucking women's lib and sexual liberation and all that bullshit in the 60s and 70s, you know, like that happened for a reason. It's because society was tired of that shit.
Yeah, I tried to explain that to these guys last week, that like the more that we've gotten away from latching onto that religion shit, the better society has been overall.
I mean, yeah. I mean, dude, crime is down. Poverty overall in terms of like per capita is down. You know what I mean? Like these things are all positive movements for society. Like they're not enough to save us, I don't think, but whatever. You still got to call a spade that's positive. And a lot of these things were made possible by the very things we're talking about. Revolt against religious tradition and stay-at-home traditionalism, where you know the wife has a loaf of bread in the fucking oven and the kids are running around after doing their homework, and dad gets home at fucking 8 o'clock after working all day. And you know what I mean? Like it just, people like you can still have that in America if that's what you want. I'm not against people pursuing that kind of life, but America doesn't want that in general. Like we want other things. We want options, and we'll have them one way or the other.
Right. Yeah, I'm sick of this fucking traditional values bullshit. This fucking idea of the classic family unit and bullshit, and these people that are championing that and constantly saying, oh, we need to get back to that bullshit. Okay, I think we need to evolve as a species and as humanity. We need to move past that, and I think we can come up with, you know.
Is that?
Yeah, we got TJ and Cam in
what's
here.
up, fucking
TJ, Nugget.
TJ,
Nice.
What the fuck's up? Welcome.
Give me 1 second here. I gotta get my fucking camera fucking.
Oh, and fucking
Take off your faggy glasses, you piece of shit.
T-Gay is probably figuring out his audio settings right now.
No, I'm not.
Oh, he's just listening. You're just absorbing the withering abuse from these plebs, dude.
Are they abusive? I don't know.
Did you not hear them abusing you, dude?
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm not.
I don't know. I don't believe I did.
Verbally, they were assaulting you, TJ.
TJ.
I heard some retard tell me to take my glasses off. I don't know who that was. I think it was that faggot. It's on the screen there.
Creamage, yeah, your favorite.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not Jay Darky. Jay Darky would never hurt TJ.
Well, I know it wasn't Jay Darky because his beautiful voice wasn't the one who said it. So.
Oh shit, dude! Is this a two-way love triangle, dude?
It is. It really fucking is.
Wow.
Jay, you're in, buddy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, you are the banana.
You are the banana to TJ's asshole.
You've become what you idolize.
Hey, Paul, like, dude's got some of those Kekistani flags.
No, I saw him, dude.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, dude, that's Cam, man. Cam's great.
How's it going, TJ? Nice to meet you.
What's up, Cam?
What's going on, my friend? That I gotta say, whatever disagreements we may have, that looks like a place that I would like to chill and smoke a joint.
It does, doesn't it?
It really does.
It is the chillest of chill places. I got 2 guitars and everything set up in here nicely. Drum machines and shit.
I can tell that like some jam sessions go on in this room.
He's got some pet old man just sitting there.
Yeah, dude.
He's They're my buddy Shannon. He's actually one of the better guitar players I know as well too. But my best friend right now.
I'm the best guitar player of all time, so whatever.
Whatever, TJ. I never heard you play.
You'll be able to appreciate this then too. Check this out, TJ. I love this. Look at the finish on this body.
Wow.
Oh, it's a little. Oh yeah, it's like lizardy, dude.
It's glossy.
That's actual lift in the body.
That's actually kind of cool, dude.
I don't know anything about guitars.
They call it a scallop finish. I have no idea why they don't do more like that. It's fucking bitching.
I don't know.
But any case, back to the whole Jordan Peterson thing.
Right. So you're here to destroy us on Jordan Peterson.
I wouldn't say destroy it. I have a different view on the guy because I've actually watched his full academic lectures. And
okay. I'm sorry.
You know, like I don't see him ever in those lectures try to profess Christianity as being anything. I
Okay.
see him refer to the stories in the Bible as myths directly.
Right.
Myths
Yeah.
from the Bible. Because he's not using his shit from what I see to try and push Catholicism. Catholicism is the default religion for the Western world. We can hate that, but it's the truth. We're either religious for Christianity or you're atheist here is the default standard.
Well, there are different ways. There are different ways of looking at that. I mean, like, in terms of per capita, I agree with you. There are more Catholics in the Western world than anything else. So
yeah, and that's why he reflects those stories, though, because they're common across the culture.
Kev, I love that there's just a dude eating food next to you, just casually.
Yeah,
I'm eating food too.
It's actually a good tactic. I'm going to use that. I'm going to have like a relative of mine just chill next to me or a friend, you know,
word.
and just like eat a good looking steak, like and some potatoes and shit, you know. No, look. I don't think me personally. I never saw Jordan Peterson as a dude that was advocating for Christianity. I think he's advocating for everything that's bad about Christianity while freeing us from, you know, the label of Christianity. He wants the social tradition and the social order. And like I was talking about earlier, the staid traditionalism of staying home. The wife has got a little apron on and she's got a fucking loaf of bread in the oven and dad comes home and the kids kiss him on the cheek. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit.
Though, right? Pew Research has been keeping tabs on male and female happiness since about the 1950s. And they've noticed a decline in female happiness, even more than male happiness.
Okay.
Specifically over that time frame. They have also done a lot of statistical studies governing basically stating that by the time a person is on their deathbed and getting ready to die, when it comes to women, one of the primary candidates to them saying whether or not they're happy with the life they live, whether they are happy in their old age, primary fucking stem causes is family connectivity.
I mean, you don't think that has anything to do with them having broader horizons now? Like back in the day, women's horizons were not broad at all. I mean, at the time that Jordan Peterson is advocating returning to broads.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. They were happier back then, according to the Pew statistics.
Well, I'd be happier if I thought my dick was 12 inches long, but it ain't.
They've gotten less happier over time.
I'm sorry, but what causes happiness and what's actually true is not necessarily the same thing.
Yeah.
Lots of things would make me happy to believe. That doesn't make them true.
Yeah, nor should you pursue happiness at the expense of fucking truth either.
I can agree with that. But again, I don't see him as professing things that are outside of his understanding in psychology. The truth is that female psychology.
Well, hold on. Go ahead, Paul.
Oh no, go ahead, TJ.
I'm just here to make sure you don't fucking cause a shit show, Paul.
A shit show?
I'm here to keep you honest, Paul.
I don't think you need to worry about Paul doing that.
Would you agree with me when I said, if I said something along the lines of your typical masculine male, because there is difference between male and female brains?
Sure.
Your typical masculine male, his psychology is from birth based in utility.
I think that depends entirely, well, maybe not entirely, but largely upon how that male is raised.
But it shows from birth, without any socialization, whatever.
I mean, what shows from birth? I've been around newborn babies. You know what they show from birth? They're little balls of they're little larvas that lay there and show themselves. They don't show any kind of social characteristics at all.
They do. If you take a picture of a mechanical object and a picture of a piece, right?
I understand they have basic ability to recognize human beings and shit, but when it comes to being able to tell whether their worldview is more utilitarian or not, I don't think that happens until way later in life.
No, I can tell you how they did it. You can look these studies up. They did tests on babies fresh from birth, showing them pictures of mechanical objects beside pictures of human faces. And girls always gravitate towards a loving face, whereas boys always gravitate towards the mechanical.
I mean, I'd have to look at this fucking study. That sounds like a pretty fucking concrete conclusion. 100% of the boys gravitated towards the machines.
Enough of them.
Enough of them. Okay, so now we're back in that. Now we're back in the gray area that I'm living in, and not the black and white area that you're trying to paint.
there's absolutely no black and whites in existence, right? This can take us to all kinds of debates, but it's like what's an anomaly is not normal. Any way we look at that, anomalous statistics, people who don't fit into the broad category, I'm sorry, but they don't fit the equation. But the hard truth is, like, when you look at things like this is going to the single parent. Let's talk about that for a second. Right?
Why should we be so defensive? Hold on. Before you move on, because I don't mean to belabor the point, but you're talking about. You're talking about. I understand. I'll hear you out. But why should I be defensive of normalcy? We've got to define that normalcy is something that's, that I should defend, that I should be interested in perpetuating in the world. Why should I be a great defender of normalcy?
Because it occurs to me that amongst this will take it a step back, and it'll give an example of the same thing that I mean with anomalies in the stats. Right now, most single mothers raise great kids, and everything is all fine and dandy. But amongst psychopaths and people in prison, 85 to 90% of them grew up without a father. Okay. So we can look at that, and sure, we can say that the broken home doesn't cause all kids, 100% blanket statement, to be fucked up. But you know what? It is one hell of a correlating statistic to the ones that are. So we have to look at the problem.
I totally agree. Broken homes are a problem. I don't understand how that supports your argument.
It's just an example. Like, it's just the whole, like, because you were saying, like 100% labels. It's like you can't take anything that I'm saying as like, yes, there's going to be babies that don't look at, like, babies who have a female body who don't look at the picture of the fucking face. But chances are that girl grows up to be transgender and is born with a male brain, because yes, it does happen. Masculine, I should say, masculine versus feminine.
I mean, I don't know about born with a male brain.
Differently.
I don't think that's, I don't think you're just born with like God accidentally transplanted your fucking brain out of a male body into a female. I don't think that's how transgenderism works. At least not how I understand it.
There's various factors in the development, because there's the body, and then there's the brain, right? There's the identity, right? There's different causes to the different aspects being different. If you find a boy that's born with an XXY, then chances are he's going to be an effeminate boy. That's going to affect his personality. He's going to have less dense bones as well.
Well, that's an actual. That's like fragile X, right, or whatever it's called. That's a syndrome. That's a medical problem. But
it is still having to do with their development from birth, right? It is part of
sure, absolutely.
What some people would call the full encompassed spectrum.
Right.
It's not part of the normal by any standard, because it's an extreme anomaly, but it does exist.
Right, and I'm not defending all deviance from the norm, but this idea that normalcy is this monolith that I have to stand behind and like fuck that. I'm on the other side of normal most of my life, so like, why would I be a defender of normalcy?
Here's the way I look at it, and this is just my standard view, because I grew up in a fucked up environment, broken home, all that kind of shit. And I didn't understand my own development until I started watching Jordan Peterson's courses on personality and its transformations, fucking starting to get an understanding of how we actually get ourselves programmed through our exposure to people in the world, how the lack of certain influences can have long-lasting effects. And now it's like, oh, Jesus, I need another hoot because I'm losing my fucking train of thought here, and that happens. I sometimes gap out. But... okay.
You gapping out.
Normality is what allows us to operate together. We operate on a fundamental basis of familiar and unfamiliar territory. Anything that is unfamiliar territory is deemed a threat or a potential threat, because we don't know it, we don't understand it. And
go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's just my view from what I've gathered and understood around the world, and it seems to fit because I see all these things working in the world around me.
You do? I don't see a lot of things working in the world. I see a lot of shit that's broken in this world.
Where does the stigma against transgender people come from?
Fear of the unknown.
Why? Because we operate on a fundamental basis of familiar and unfamiliar territory, and anything that is unfamiliar territory is deemed a potential threat. That person isn't acting amongst the social contract, so I don't know how they're going to act in the future. As such, that becomes chaos to me, right? And that's why they poke and prod at those people.
See, I don't think
it's
here's
a natural function of their personality.
It might.
I like chaos.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
I know you do, TJ.
Well, TJ, do you want to field a little bit of this? Jump in for chaos's sake.
I'm not sure what his point is. I mean, he's made made an argument, but I haven't heard it coalesce.
My overall point is that Jordan Peterson is misunderstood as being a person who's trying to sell religion to people, when what he's trying to do is
I don't really think he's trying to
establish
sell
a common
religion. I
framework.
think he's trying to. I mean, look, there's a cross. I mean, Peterson's obviously tremendously influenced by Nietzsche, and so am I. And the pivotal moment of Nietzschean philosophy, at least in my mind, and probably in Peterson's mind as well, is the 1882 statement that God is dead. Because Nietzsche saw this as being something that creates an atmosphere of nihilism. Because when you lose God, you lose the spiritual, and you lose the concept of meaning, and all the suffering we go through in this world becomes unbearable. It's only bearable if you think that there's a heaven or whatever.
That's
So
why he
what
says
Peterson-
there's enough water
what
to wash
Peterson-
the blood from our hands.
Right. I think what Peterson's trying to do is he's trying to breathe new life into God by making God a sort of symbolic stand-in for meaning and for spirituality. But I think he's trying to redefine those terms.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Hang on.
Spirituality,
TJ, are you
Yeah.
speaking about that in like a psychological sense?
I suppose. Yeah.
So
Sure.
As a, like, I mean, Peterson is a clinical psychologist, so
Right.
I mean, is that okay?
Is what okay?
Is doing that? Is doing exactly what Peterson's doing okay?
I mean, I don't believe in concepts like okay. I mean, it's just what he's doing.
I believe he's doing it to try to establish some kind of a common framework amongst anybody who gets exposure to him. It's a better way of understanding the people around you. Like I myself,
Right.
because of my exposure to this man, have a lot less animosity towards people who disagree with me because I understand them a lot better. It's a lot easier for me to humanize other people in the digital realm, specifically when it comes to like looking at political divides. Right? A lot of the I'm not saying everybody, of course, but I see a lot of people who just look at it and they're like, fucking the right wing is all evil racists. And a lot of other people going, the left wing is all just crazy, stupid commies. And it's not all of them, but I believe a lot of them are. And then you've got these other people that are sitting in the center line going, it's two fucking fists that are fucking, the same fucking things. And it's like now I'm sitting there going, no, they're a fucking yin-yang. They're representative of our natural psychology. Do we want open borders or do we want closed borders? Are we conservative-minded or liberal-minded? Because those go back to personality traits. What's the personality of the culture, right? And I
don't know if cultures can have a personality. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. One of the things that earlier you were talking.
If our culture has a personality, it's schizophrenic.
yeah, definitely, or sociopathic.
Maybe
I would call it manic to some extent.
But earlier you were talking about the virtues of fitting in and the virtues of being, adhering to the established social order of normalcy. How do you account for everything that degeneracy has given you? All of the degenerates in the past, all of the people that were aligned directly against the social order, that were innovators and scientists and artists and thinkers and poets and writers that fucking didn't believe what you believed and bucked the goddamn trends and got us to the point where we can live in a society where we've got a comfy little spot to sit and smoke our fucking weed and play guitar and shit. The deviants shaped this fucking world.
Hey, Paul, I have a book you should read called A Renegade History of the United States that's actually about just that.
We pulled, like, the degenerates pulled this whole fucking, like, society out of the Dark Ages and brought it the Renaissance.
But it's not happening today and not in Western culture. Let's take a look at Black America. In the 1930s and the 1950s, the way they educated themselves was hailed as a miracle. And yeah, they were facing some bullshit, but they had a higher rate of unbroken families back then than even white America did. And now we've
those people were
instituted
just
this fucking
scrambling
shit
to
that lets us-
survive a system that was so fucking tilted against them that of course they had to, dude, of course
now
they
we
were
have a
more
system-
resourceful.
Hold on. Now we have a system that literally pumps money that way. We have a system that shames anybody who even talks about thug culture, right? And
Thug
we've got
culture?
a system that is
What's thug culture?
Thug culture is fucking the gangland mentality. What you see
What
destroying
is that
those
though?
same
Have you,
places.
what is the gangland mentality?
How could I say? How could you not know? Honestly,
I mean, look, dude, I've been around. Here's the fucked up thing. The reason I ask you and the reason I'm trying to pin you down on that is because I've lived in some fucked up ghetto ass places.
Yeah,
and
so have I.
You know what? You know what I
And I
found?
think the common
You know what I
threads
found
among
in those? You know what I found in those ghetto ass places? There are good
My guess
people
would
and
be a lot
bad
of
people.
broken homes.
No, well, yeah, but there are good people in those places, and there are bad people in those places, just like every other fucking place I've ever lived in my life. I don't understand what the thug mentality is. I'm not willing to concede that that's even a fucking thing.
Well, have you ever had 4 people break into your house, beat and rob you?
Oh man, you're talking to the wrong motherfucker.
Random fucking area, and you know those
You're talking to the
shared a
wrong
common
motherfucker,
culture.
dude.
They shared a common
when I was 17 years old, 2 black dudes carjacked me and dumped me naked in a fucking field.
Well,
and
then
took
you
my
should
car.
know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about when I say
No,
thug
no,
culture.
no,
You've been a victim
no,
of
I
it.
don't.
You're just not
No, I
acknowledging
don't, because I don't think that those 2 black dudes that carjacked me are representative of a hive mind of black people.
No, see, now that is where you're getting fucked up right now. Who the fuck said thug culture is a hive mind of black people? Do you think it was black people that broke into my fucking house?
I mean,
and
every
robbed me?
culture has to be a hive mind.
No, a culture is what people are doing. What people are like. You look at thug culture, and you hear absolutely nothing but gangster rap. You hear nothing but fucking shaming of fucking anybody who speaks out about being conservative.
Why do you care about gangster rap? Why should I be scared about gangster? Wasn't Tipper Gore scared about gangster rap? Do you like Tipper Gore?
You should worry about it because look at crime in represented areas where there is this problem.
Who fucking cares? You think the gangster rap has anything to do with that crime? Do you think that crime has anything to do with poverty? You think maybe that's the source of their problems over there? You think maybe Biggie Smalls and Tupac aren't causing the fucking poverty? I don't know.
Gaps, maybe, but not poverty itself. Gaps in fucking equality create crime. If you go to a nation where everybody's poor, you don't see high rates of homicide. If you go to a nation where everybody's rich, you don't see high rates of homicide. When you go to a nation where there's a large gap, that's where you see it. Now, when you have a place where you're promoting broken home,
if you go to a nation where everybody's poor, hold on, wait a minute.
I feel like you just get less
You just snuck a fucking premise by that I'm not willing to buy. If you live in a place where everybody's poor, the murder rate is naturally going to be low because poor people don't report murders. So there's going to be a lot of murders that go under the radar and never get reported. So of course you're going to have a naturally low murder rate in a place where everybody's fucking poor because there's no authority there.
Men are also less competitively minded. Men are also less competitively minded when there's a harmonization of resources available.
What does that even fucking mean?
It means when everybody has access to the same amount of resources normally, men don't naturally become as conflict-oriented between themselves.
When has that ever existed in the history of humankind?
It kills competition, Paul. Men don't want to compete if it's equal resources all around.
Exactly right.
Shouldn't you be a socialist then?
Yeah.
Fuck no. I am all about capitalism. I like competition. I like open market because I don't like fucking those systems.
So you don't like
capitalism by its necessity produces winners and losers. So isn't that just adding to the social disparity that you're talking about?
Every system does. Communism.
Well, capitalism more prominently than systems. Well, communism's never existed. So.
Well, every time how can I put it? Every single system we've attempted has resulted in disparities. Either the very rich being only the politicians, or just the
disparities go back to the animal kingdom. I mean, social hierarchies and dominance hierarchies and stuff. Those things exist before human beings were even a thought in the world's mind. So
it's true. It's the Pareto distributions. It's just one of the things we have to deal with as a fucking group is the fact that there is no utopia. One man's utopia.
I'm still struggling to understand the underlying premise behind everything you're saying. I've been listening.
How can
I've
guys
honestly been a little bit all over because the conversation has jumped around to places. But my overall is that people actually stand to learn a lot from Jordan Peterson if they actually go and watch his full academic shit,
which
not just
I have. So
little sound bites and things here and there.
Right.
And
I've read his book. I'm starting to read his second book, or his first book actually, but the less popular Maps of Meaning book.
Because it's a textbook.
Right. What I'm trying to get is what are these great lessons he's teaching us, and why are they great?
Well, not everybody, of course. How could I say? For me personally, I was an angry person about a fucking year and a half ago, dealing with a lot of bullshit in my life.
Right.
And it's like I said, going through this man's courses. First, personality and its transformations, followed by architectures of belief. I haven't read the book, but I watched all of his lectures on, because that's the closest access I have. I'm a busy person.
Right.
And things made sense to me. Like I said, in my own development, in my history, I'm a lot more at peace with my history. I understand myself
that he has
better.
value as a self-help guru, basically. Well, that'd be fine if that'd be fine if that's how he's presenting himself, but he's presenting himself as a great philosopher.
No, he's just presenting himself as a clinical psychologist with 40 years experience, and he's answering questions.
I don't think that's how he's presenting himself at all. I think the marketing campaign behind him is fairly obvious in how he's supposed to be perceived.
Well, no, you got to understand, like, he didn't bring himself to fame. He sprung to notoriety because he stood up against something that was happening in Canada here, and then people started asking him questions. And that's not the same as standing up and saying, I'm some guru. That's people asking you questions, you answering from your beliefs, your own personal growth and transformations, and then people interpreting that as you saying you're a guru.
Whether whether he's intended to become a guru or not, he doesn't seem to have any complaints about having ended up in that position.
Do speaking tours just happen as a natural function of like life?
Yes.
Do they just happen sometimes? Yeah, speaking tours just no,
they
I don't
do.
think they
You get invited. You learn about this with Pareto distribution.
No, I'm not even talking about the invites. I'm talking about the actual tour dates that he books to go and spread his message.
You've got books to promote, and like I said, he's being invited in places, and exactly, you capitalize on it, and you get your message.
Yeah, TJ and Paul, you would both do that, surely.
Of course I would.
Is getting his ass kicked by Christopher Hitchens
wouldn't.
every other night, is that really spreading his message, though?
You wouldn't do a speaking tour, TJ? That's bullshit. Dude, if
No,
the
I
money
wouldn't.
was right. If the money was right,
I might do it for the money, but I don't have any urge to be on a speaking tour. There's no part of me that's like, I want to go on a speaking tour now.
No, but I got to ask you one thing there quick, though, TJ, because you're saying you're just getting into his textbook now on the architecture of belief.
Yeah, Maps of Meaning, yeah.
Are you up on personality psychology, like personality development and all that kind of stuff?
I mean, what do you mean up on it?
Like
I know a thing or two. I'm obviously not. I don't have his level of expertise. He's a clinical psychologist.
As a person who went through the YouTube wares on it and actually watched the lectures that way, I wouldn't have been able to have near the grasp that I did on what he was saying had I not actually watched his personality and his transformations course.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you have the time, you should hop onto his YouTube channel, watch the 2017 personality and its transformations before you get the full going on the reading of that book.
God, dude, it's you know what this reminds me of? Scientology.
You said that before. You
really need to hear Hubbard. You really need to hear Hubbard speak. You really need to hear the lecture that he gave in 1971 on the principalities of meaning and the crown of our personal achievements. You really need to check that out.
But if this was anything like Scientology right now, I would also be telling you guys that you need to send me some money. And then after that, after you send me some more money, I'll give you some other information. Whereas all this information has been freely accessible before he was ever popular.
No, clearly he's no Hubbard yet. He's still at the early stages. He's in his larval stages of a cult leader. He'll be asking for money soon enough. Trust me.
I mean, he has one of the biggest Patreons. So, I mean,
Oh well.
I do think he deserves it.
Paul, do
Sure.
you think that he'll
Anyone
he'll
who can
make it to
anyone
the-
who can get it deserves it.
What? I'll agree with that straight up.
I
But
agree
like,
with that
as
as well.
Canadian, I would love to see Jordan, because I know you guys would probably like to see this a little bit better too, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, fuck, I hate the fact that he's always in the media and out there, and there's a lot of people that disagree with him. Wouldn't it be great if he just got into politics and became the prime minister of my country instead? I would fucking love it.
No, I'm
He doesn't
sorry.
really seem to have a solid
would
grasp
not.
of your country's laws, so I don't know if that'd be a good idea.
Well, no, he has a pretty good understanding of the difference between and
fucked up.
that kind of that history of a Western nation. They were compelling people to say certain words, not what you can't say, but what you must.
I mean, I don't think that's true.
Bill
We've had
C-16
hate speech laws for years and years and years.
Well, remember, he's Canadian, so you got to look at it in the context
Well,
of Canada.
he just said it was the first time a nation had ever tried to do that in the Western
Well, no,
world,
like,
and that's just
in your hate
bullshit.
speech laws, they're not telling you what you must say. They're telling you what you cannot say. Our law here said, if their pronoun is zim and zer, you have to use that.
I think that's a misrepresentation of the law, actually.
Well, it's not.
I'm not up to date on the law,
But
so
it added gender pronouns to protected categories under hate speech. There might have been certain, what's the word here? Certain circumstance for that to play out, but gender pronoun category under hate speech. I mean, really think about that. How you identify personally and subjectively being covered by hate speech laws. Think about the implications of that. That's bad shit, man. Nobody has a right to feel something. Nobody has a right like that, right? Because it violates other people's rights of expression. It violates the common moral code of what I see and what I speak, right? People have a right to be assholes. They have a fucking right.
Well, of course
to
they
be
do.
assholes.
I mean, I don't think you're going to find any two bigger defenders of absolute freedom of speech than TJ and I. I mean, TJ might even go a little farther than I do in a lot of cases.
I think I do.
Yeah.
Word. That's a lot of like another part of the reason that I love Jordan Peterson. The first actual academic that's like I've seen like Christina Hoff Sommers. She's an anti-feminist. She's an academic, but she's not a fucking 40-year clinical psychologist standing up and saying, look, feminism is wrong because this, and this, and the pay gap it's not what you think it is because this, and this. He's the first properly credible individual I've seen stand up in this politically correct, fucked up bullshit world and speak some common sense.
Galen says Christy Winters is a PhD.
Can I have you?
Christy Splinters?
Can I have you interpret and give your thoughts on some common sense from Jordan Peterson? I quoted one of his tweets recently, and had a lot of trouble figuring out what the fuck he was talking about. He says, and I quote, "God is the mode of being you value the most as demonstrated or manifested in your presumption, perception, and action." Can you tell me what the fuck he's talking about there? For a guy that's like all about clarifying things and, speaking plainly and clearly, why does he speak in puzzles and riddles like L. Ron Hubbard did?
No, it's a complicated statement, and I would probably have to look at it again to give it some full analysis. But what I would take just from what I hear in that is that, like, I was talking about archetypes in the other stream, right? And like, you guys no doubt know what an archetype is. It's something that's common across stories, right? Now, the Christ archetype, right? Being stoic, self-sacrificing, speaking your truth, being fucking potentially facing the potential slings and arrows of the stigma of society and doing it. Those are all what men are supposed to be properly. And it's what women look for in men most of the time. It's the leader quality and all that kind of shit. It seems to me that that's kind of a cry out to the fact that men aren't proper and follow archetypes anymore. Men have just become pretty shallow in their existence.
I mean,
I'm
so
one of them.
So is the fix then to go back to a society that was more respectful of those archetypes, in your opinion? Is that really what you're advocating for, is to go back to a time when those social and gender archetypes were more strictly enforced and adhered to?
Well, no, here's the thing. You could never go back right? If you go back, then you obviously didn't learn the history of anything, right? That's part of the reason why Jordan Peterson fears the militant left right now, because he fears a return to the fucking states of what we had in communist Russia and things like that, because they followed this exact same kind of fucking path. People rallying for equality of outcome, not understanding that you destroy society.
I mean, you realize communist. I mean, we could digress into communist Russia, but like communist Russia went to shit because the people at the top raped it.
Yeah, but that's going to be common cross culture. There's a lot of places that tried communism, and it's never the real communism because human nature. A great philosopher, I forget which one, he said communism, great system, wrong species.
Oh, maybe so, but like pure communism has never been tried.
It'll never be tried.
I mean, the whole point thing is that Marx was cognizantly trying to bring about a change in human nature because he imagined it to be more malleable than it actually is.
And he was right about that, by the way, because if
because nature's ingrained.
But I think that with I mean, maybe I'm going to get into some weird futurist territory here, but I think that there might be, with the advent of new technologies and genetic engineering and transhumanist augmentation, there might end up being a communism 2.0 that actually, when we actually have the means to change human nature. But that's a science fiction concept at this point.
And this idea that human nature isn't malleable, I disagree with. See, I think Peterson tends to, or at least you. I won't put it on him. Like, I'm not as familiar with Jordan Peterson as TJ is, obviously. But haven't read any of his shit, haven't listened to the lectures. I just kind of respond to the ideas as they come. But this idea that, like, I don't know, the end of the world it seems to be a big thing with Jordan Peterson, or like the end of society. And I'm wondering why we should preserve this society that seems to be so sick and shitty.
Really?
Yeah.
You know how rare this is, man? You know what a fucking miracle it is that we get to exist in this state of existence? It is. You look out the history of mankind, man. Look at, just do a Google search right now on the rates of poverty in the last fucking 100 years.
No,
right?
I understand this is a good time to be alive.
The best point in history you could possibly be in.
Right? Then why,
There's never been a better
then why are we trying to stop that progress and advocate for changing the way that we're doing things? Are we doing it right?
Not necessarily. Things are starting to go in the wrong way because we've stopped doing it right. We were doing it right while we were building this, right? We've, over the last generation or so, we're seeing a lot of fucking little detours from the path, right?
There's no path.
Like the abolishment of slavery and the giving women the vote. Little detours from the path of the founders.
Oh, slavery isn't completely abolished. It is in America, but I mean, it exists in Libya, thanks to some of Obama's policies.
It's actually not abolished here in America either. There's a private prison system that is indistinguishable from chattel slavery in this country. So.
Prisons and actual legitimate slavery, that's different shit. You can't be born in a prison and be a natural prisoner for the rest of your life. You aren't owned by an individual and commanded as to what to do. You can go on a hunger strike and things like that.
Slaves couldn't go on hunger strikes and shit.
They shape you intentionally so that you're set up to return.
And what did you say? You're not owned. You're not owned by a person. You realize that here, at least here in America, we have a private prison industry, right?
Oh yeah, and that private prison industry holds individuals, right? Yeah. And as far as it goes, if they do the wrong things to those individuals and those individuals get out, they can be held to account to it legally. You think that happened for slaves? As long as you didn't kill your slave, you could beat
there were laws governing how you treated your slaves, and slave owners that violated those laws were brought to account.
Okay, tell me how similar they are to the fucking standards in American prisons. How hard could you beat your slave?
Have you ever been in an American prison, or do you know anything about American prison?
I've never been in American prison. I know a good little bit about them, and I'm not saying that they're great places or things, but prisons are a required thing in a society.
It's like
And
It's like
there's other
how many people can you fit in one cell in one cell block, man?
Let me ask you this.
In America, we have
And
the
again,
highest
other
per
models out
capita
there.
imprisonment rate, I think.
Yep.
Well, no, maybe second now.
Second
but,
to China.
Oh yeah,
I
and
don't,
it does
I don't
need
think
to
it's. I don't think it is to China, but
who is it then?
I don't recall, but I think it was some island somewhere. I don't. It doesn't matter. We have one of the highest per capita incarceration rates on the planet.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you.
I don't think that this is an argument about whether or not prison is a valid function of society. This is a question about, are there too many people in our prisons? And I think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think
when you create a profit motive for putting people in prison, and then these private prisons lobby for more stringent sentencing guidelines and to make more crimes punishable by prison. I mean, it's
of course
the system.
exactly.
I mean,
but
hang on. Everyone agrees here that the prison system should be run by the government. Yes, Cam. I assume you're the only person that might disagree.
No, I actually do believe that a prison complex is one of those things that should be mandated by the government. Most things I don't think the government should have any role in because they breed inefficiency. But a private sector is far too motivated to profit.
Exactly. So we all agree on that.
So then how is that any different? So like if I make a law, right? If me and my prison guard union lobby for a law that puts more young kids in jail for marijuana possession, and then we take that kid that has that little bag of marijuana and we put him in prison for 10 years, right? Because he had some. Hold on. We put him in prison for 10 years, and we make him do labor in that prison, and we pay him basically nothing. We pay him a pittance. It's our way of morally getting around it. We pay them cents per day of labor. How is that any different from chattel slavery again? I'm having trouble seeing the line of distinction.
Slaves didn't get paid at all, number one. Number two, you could beat your slave to a certain extent if you didn't kill them.
Slaves did get paid. Right? Slaves absolutely did get paid. Absolutely.
I mean, they were given shelter, and food, and shit.
They were paid in privileges. They were paid in access.
That's not.
I mean, I'm just saying.
See, what I think should be happening in American prisons, particularly, is like I'm not against working American prisoners. In fact, I think it's a good thing, but they should be paid an actual kind of wage, and a large percentage of it put aside so that they have money when they get out of prison.
So you're advocating for a living wage for prisoners, but not, would you advocate?
See, you're using some tricky language there. Living wage.
Well, you said they should be paid a workable wage, is what you said.
Yeah, a workable wage. Now, a living wage, when you're talking about America, right? Let's take my place here. Right? It's expensive to live where I am. Because of that, a living wage here would be at least a couple $1,000s a month. Do I think a prisoner deserves that? Fuck no. He isn't paying for food. He isn't paying for rent. He isn't paying for electricity, internet, none of that. But should he make at least $10 an hour? Yeah. At fucking bare bones minimum.
Dude, minimum wage workers in America don't make $10 an hour.
Yep.
Well, depending where, I mean, if you're in a prison, it's true. And, it could be more. I don't know exactly what the fucking cost of living is down there and shit. But I don't think they deserve to make what you are making as a free man. But at the same time, I think they should be making enough so that when they're done their term, they can walk out of that prison with a couple $1,000s, be able to fucking set their life in order. Maybe gain some experience when they're in.
Why does this
yeah.
Why does the prison
it might
system
break
have
that
to be,
prison to prison pipeline because it's just fucking criminal school in there anyways. Give them motivation to do better.
I mean, the hard labor that they're being put to right now is really breaking the cycle. It's really instilling a sense of not wanting to come back to jail in these dudes because the recidivism rates the last time I checked are they're abysmal. They're abysmal. People that come to prison go right back to prison in America. Because it institutionalizes them. It's the parallels are just scary, man.
But that's why I said, man, give them fucking motivation and a path out. Give them fucking proper work.
I'm all for that. I'm all for a prison system that's based around hard labor and exploitation of that labor for profit is never going to be what you're talking about. You're talking about a prison system that's based on rehabilitation, looking to re-socialize these people that have learned to be antisocial and
that's
to
why I
help.
don't think it should be private.
Well, I absolutely. Well, we agree there.
Yeah, but I do think that there should be work in there. I'm not talking slave labor, but like I said, like they should be fucking teaching these people how to be productive working members of society, because most of the people going in there, they're not Tom, Dick, Harry, Sally working 9 to 5 and fucking doing their thing in society. They're the guy normally fucking walking down the street, fucking slinging fucking dimes, fucking whatever, and just not actually being productive. And then they go and they do something really fucked up and they end up locked up. And they didn't have a path anyways.
I mean, you guys just legalized. You just said people that sling dimes aren't productive. You guys just legalized weed there. How'd you get your weed before that happened?
Yeah,
somebody was out there productively slinging dimes, weren't they? And you were out there buying them.
I'm lucky that I grew up in an area where there's a lot of growers and shit. And yeah, I did get my shit that way. Hell, I even sold that way for a little while. But you know what? Even I can fucking admit that I was a fucking punk without a path. I ended up fucking homeless, backpacking around because I dropped out of school. What did that do for my path in life? Didn't do anything good.
I don't know about that, dude. It probably taught you a lot of lessons and made you a harder person and a harder man. You live on. If you legit lived on the street, you went forward with a stronger fucking resolve, having gone through that.
And I missed out on years and years.
You don't know what you missed out on. You could have missed out on horrible, tragic heartbreak. You could have missed out on. You could have. You know what? Like, it could be a blessing that you spent that time on the fucking street. You don't know what life had in store for you in some other fucking dimension.
Not really, no, but I know what fucking I could have done. And I know, like, looking at the world here, I know I was even motivated towards it. But how am I going to, for example, learn how to program when my number one worry is smoking pot and playing guitar so I can get some money to drink?
Well, look,
you know what I mean?
That sounds awesome to me. I don't know. You're fucking.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. I had a great time, but we fucking sacrificed today so that we don't have to fucking suffer tomorrow. And I'm gonna be fucking old one day.
Yeah.
My hands are gonna break down. I'm not gonna be able to play that guitar. God, if I drink every fucking weekend, I'll only live the life I could.
Yeah, but the life that you do live will be fucking full of drunk good times, playing the guitar and smoking dank ass weed. I mean, look, I'm not saying that.
Or drunk bad times.
Well, sure, yeah, there are bad times drunk too. Look, dude, your path is your path. You got to decide what's good for you. But there are people that have made great livings, just being, runabouts, in life and just fucking drinking and smoking and fucking, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's path is their own. There's nothing inherently bad about a life that's centered around.
I noticed this recurring motif in everything he's saying of the path. Like, there's this one right path and then there's all these wrong paths. And I just don't see that. I mean, you could choose any number of paths before you and none of them are any more correct than the others.
Well,
I can agree with you there to some extent, but it's like, again, like I said, I grew up poor, and I grew up. Well, my mom was fucking welfare, fucking all that kind of shit.
And I grew up rich.
I was backpacking at 16, right? Yeah. And then I ended up on the streets. And the one common thing I hear from all of my poor friends is hatred of the rich.
Right.
Right now, I'm middle class now because I fucking got into trades like 20 years ago, and I've been plastering drywall for like the last 15 years at least.
Right.
And now I get this. I own a fifth wheel trailer, right? You know how many people I know who even own their walls? I know people who live a higher quality, quote unquote, standard of life who look at me and they're like, God damn, man, you fucking did it. You own something.
Yeah.
Jesus, I pay rent to fucking not own this place. What do I have if shit goes south? And I'm like, fuck, not a goddamn thing, right? And these people, in the end, they're going to pay for their lax attitudes. Because they're not going to be able to. Some of them will, yeah.
Some of them will
not all of them.
Right on by.
But they're going to, the ones who sit there, and I see a lot of them, angry at the fact that they aren't successful. They only have themselves to blame.
Well, that's true. That's always been true, though. Success is up to you, and that's always been the case.
And who do I want to be? Who do we all want to be? We all want to be successful.
But the definition of success is, I think, because that's you define what that is.
That is using the social concept of success, the one that's commonly held in society. My concept of success is actually to do with succeeding in tasks. So long as you don't give up, you are by definition successful. You might not achieve your goal, but if you learn from it, you're still progressing. And so long as you don't give up until the day you die, by definition, you're a successful individual so long as you're goal-oriented and working towards something.
I mean, I don't know, man. I could poke holes in that as well.
I mean, that's just
how so?
Shit.
It's a great way of looking at the world. I mean, if you're
but that's exactly what it is. It's a way of looking at the world. It's not the right way of looking at the world. It's your way of making sense of what all this bullshit means, which is fine. But you know, there are people that pursue folly and die because of it. What about them? Were they successful? Did they die successful individuals if they pursued folly their entire fucking life?
If they achieved what they were going after, then yes, they had a goal and they succeeded in achieving that goal. That is the definition of a successful individual.
Their goal was to blow themselves up.
Hell no. That sounds like security blanket hug box bullshit to me.
Well, why not? I mean,
dude, if that's what you want to do, if that helps you sleep at night, I guess that's fine for you. But dude, I wouldn't call that any kind of like unique way or the way that you like holding on to a security blanket. I don't think so.
I don't see it as a security blanket. I just see it as like.
Hold on, I want to hear. I want Honest Red to expand on what he's saying there.
Me?
Yeah.
Red. No.
What do you mean?
That's Cam.
Well, I thought I was pretty clear on it. Like, how do you mean? Yeah.
I was just saying it just sounds like a bunch of stay positive and
it's not even
as long as you try then
well,
that's
what do you think?
What is your if you set a goal and you achieve that goal, that makes you a success. If you don't, then you learn from your mistake, but that doesn't make you a success.
How do you define success?
Well, no. If you set a subjective goal and you
in the traditional format of setting a goal and reaching it. And if you don't reach that goal, go back and work on it, learn from your mistakes. But that doesn't make you a succce. When you ultimately achieve...
We're speaking a different language, I think, again, on this one, though, because that's why I said when I was talking to Paul, we're speaking about the societal concept of that. And then stepping back from that to my own personal understanding of success. It's succeeding in that which you aspire to. Not giving up in those pursuits.
Yes,
a
subjective goal.
Understanding is how rich are you? How good is your standard of living?
You complete your subjective goal, and you've completed that subjective goal. Yes, true.
Well, but what if you don't ever?
That just sounds like something that unsuccessful people hold on to keep themselves happy at night so that they can sleep. To me,
I mean, I want to know what your definition of success is because you're criticizing his.
Setting a goal and then meeting that goal.
Okay.
That's exactly what I said.
No, because I gave you the example of the dude that sets a goal and then blows himself and his family up in the pursuit of that goal.
Well, himself and his family. If you're talking about him,
I'm talking about a dude. Let's say his goal is to create a new kind of energy that can be shared amongst people freely, and he starts tinkering with shit in his basement, and the shit blows up and kills him and his daughter upstairs. Was he a success in life? Or did he spend his entire life in pursuit of folly?
No, here's the thing. Yeah, he failed in his task, but as he lived, he embodied the mindset of a successful individual.
So he was a failure that thought he was a success.
What are you talking about, Cam? Come on, man.
He is living in the pursuit of his goals and not giving up. Yes, he was a successfully minded individual. He embodied success as a way of being in the world. He didn't give up on his shit. Now, sure, he failed in his task. His task may have been a failure, but he still a successful individual in my mind. He didn't give up on his shit. He lived the right way.
What about his daughter? Was she successful or?
Nope, that's what we call collateral damage.
I thought
Collateral
we
damage.
agreed a while ago that just saying that you are something doesn't make you that thing.
That is true.
Just thinking, thinking like a successful person doesn't make you a success.
What about a suicide bomber? They're like, their goal is like, I'm gonna go into this place, I'm gonna blow a bunch of people up. Is that a success story as well?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
If that's his goal, let's look at it like this. Here's another one. When the zombie apocalypse comes, right? I'm a 120% kind of motherfucker. I'm gonna kill so goddamn many zombies, it's gonna blow your guys' minds. But they're gonna outnumber me. One day, I'm gonna get bit. And when I get bit, you're all fucked. Because even as a zombie, I fucking do shit 120%.
God damn it, Cam. Why do you have to be retarded like fucking...
Cam, you're fucking garbage.
Like 50% of the time. Fuck. Jesus. Ugh.
The zombies, dude.
The fucking
the zombies
yeah,
are
man.
Well, I'll be one. I'll be one of them.
I might accept that challenge sometime. I think maybe we could figure out a way to test this to see who is a better zombie expert. I think I could probably beat you.
Oh no, Stevie would. Stevie is
the champion zombie survivor. He's gonna live on fish and berries.
We'll see.
Fish and berries, man.
Fish and berries.
Yeah, dude.
Covering the success of a zombie survivor.
If we can figure out a way to quantify this, bring Stevie on. The three of us. It's fine. I'll beat both of you.
So where was this conversation at again?
It's gone so many directions, dude.
Stevie is going to come on the podcast to debate on a
I feel like this is one of those conversations that it starts on a certain track and then people start arguing about the minutia of something and then they forget what they were talking about and then they derail to the next bit of minutia and so on and so forth.
That's right. That's kind of Jordan Peterson's like goal.
It is. It's Jordan Peterson's style.
His goal?
Fucking...
What do you mean?
I disagree. No, he's saying that because of the whole Sam Harris and him fucking going off on the meaning of truth. There are different meanings for it. Technically speaking, psychologically minded.
Psychologically minded. Okay.
Yeah, like there's literal truth and then there's subjective truth. There's the truths that you hold to be self-evident in
subjective truth.
Science
not
changes, though.
Truth. That's truth to a person. That's not
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's really.
If you want to understand my disagreements with Jordan Peterson, it's watch the Matt Dillahunty and Jordan Peterson debate. And
I have yet to finish that.
You listen to that.
That's something you should watch.
Except when they get into objective morality, I cringe because I've had an email discussion with Matt Dillahunty personally, and he is moronic on that statement. Like that whole concept, he is just annoying to discuss.
What about it? What about his position is annoying?
Okay. He is all about objective morality. He's like, yes, there is objective morality. And I'm like, no, there's not. Shut the fuck up. And I went.
To me, it's like, if you're gonna say I don't believe in God, you can't. There's no. I don't even think even if there was a God, there would be objective morality. It would just be God's whim is higher than our whim, so therefore it's true to us.
Yeah, exactly. It's not morality.
Well, as I understand, Dillahunty,
say that you're gonna reject God but still believe in objective morality is like saying I don't believe in God, but I still believe in his long white flowing beard. It just doesn't make any sense.
As far as I can tell, Matt believes that objective morality, and Sam Harris as well, to an extent, believes it exists because there are objective goods and bads based on
survival of the species.
Yes, and it's like
it's an evolutionary function.
Yes.
I used to actually stand on that principle. I used to actually argue for that.
Hang on, Paul. He goes off. If you're not talking about well-being, if you're not talking about morality in regards to well-being, then we're not talking about the same thing. And I'm like, that's the same fucking thing the religious ilk would say to you. If you're not talking about well-being in regards to the Bible, then we're not talking about the same thing. It's so fucking retarded.
I mean,
it's a weak argument.
To some extent, it is true, though. I mean, you know,
no,
I don't know if Galen is still
well-being.
in there, but I mean, like when it comes to communication with other people, Wittgenstein's concept of the language game, you know, people say certain words with a certain context in their head, and then other people hear it, but they're listening to it from a different context, and then they don't really understand what's being said because they're not looking at it in the same fucking context. But unfortunately, we can't transpose context from one consciousness to the next. So it's just a fallibility of human communication. There's nothing you can really do about that. So to try to rely on that to dismiss an argument is
no, he actively said, like, if you're not talking about it in regards to my confined criteria of morality, then you're not talking about morality. And I'm like, well, that's what the religious ilk are doing as well. So what the fuck then?
I mean, I think it's at best it's a poorly worded argument. I mean, I can understand the argument from, you know, objective morality, because, you know, the argument is, what is the lawgiver, right? If there is an objective morality, then there has to be a book of laws. Who's the lawgiver? And people like Dillahunty and Sam Harris, to a certain extent, to my knowledge, say that lawgiver is evolution, and that morality, the objective morality that exists, is based upon the survival of the species, and the golden rule morality that seems to persist across religions of don't steal, don't kill, don't rape, don't, you know what I mean?
Hang on.
All of that is rooted in this.
Hang on. The survival of the species? Fuck off. Wrong. Bad. Why is that morality?
Bad?
Why?
Because what else matters?
Why is
if the species doesn't survive, what else matters? I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I don't believe that there is an objective morality.
Sure.
But I used to defend this position, and I find it an interesting one. I don't discount it totally.
Sure.
There's a way of looking at it, though.
But why though? Like,
isn't it
why?
still subjective?
Because we have a natural drive to pass on our genetic line, right?
Right. I mean, that's the central core. Like, if you want the answer to what's the meaning of life, the best answer that you can get, the best answer you will ever get, is to pass along your genes to the next generation, because that's the goal of all life. All life exists to copy itself and pass itself down generationally.
Why though? Why?
Don't ask me. I'm just a fucking flea.
I mean, you gotta kind of go. Go ahead, Cam.
Like, life wants to exist, right? So, like,
well, I don't know that I don't know that I can say that.
The only way that it can keep a common grasp, common existence, is to adapt itself with the environment, and the only way it can do that is with finite life cycles.
Well, sure. I mean, yeah, that's basically evolution. I mean, the only way to ensure the survival of your species is to make infinite copies of yourself throughout the generations. So that's the goal of all life. So that's the meaning of life, folks. There you go. The meaning of life is to fuck a chick or have a dude fuck you, and to make a baby and pass those genes along to the next generation.
If we want to take one step back even, we could say the purpose of life is harmony with the environment, because that's the whole purpose of our fucking in evolution.
No,
I don't know. I don't know
about
that.
To be,
I mean, we're
in an area where we're prime for the environment.
Refutation of that. Human beings are a standing refutation of what you just said. We are so far out of harmony with our environment, it's not even funny. We've exploited it.
Sure, right? The evolutionary processes that we see.
To collapse.
Here's a question.
I mean, most of what mankind has accomplished, we've accomplished by defying nature, not being in harmony with it.
Hang on.
Exactly.
Hang on. Why do you want the human species to continue to exist in the longevity? Why? Explain.
I mean, that's ultimately just a personal preference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But why?
Actually, I'll be right honest with you. And some people hate me having this opinion. I don't even necessarily care about our species. I care more about sentient, forward-thinking consciousness.
Let me respond.
Yeah,
it's just an extension. It's just operating on the presumption that you're protecting your own offspring. So you have an investment in the genetic line.
No, sure, okay.
Because of that.
Okay, sure. That's an appeal to like, fuck, I'll train of thought gone. That's an appeal to it's not an appeal to like a pragmatic point of view at all. It makes no sense. Like, why do you want humans to exist for longer? It makes make a pragmatic argument for that.
Because
no, see, I'm saying as well
I think
to
that's
myself.
a pretty damn straightforward answer. You know, I'm operating on the presumption that I'm investing in my own offspring.
I don't have any offspring, nor do I want any. But I still want the human race to continue. So.
Yeah, but
wait, hang on.
Even not having offspring, you have a brain. You have a brain that has natural instincts. You know, that drive you to.
Well, I'm not going to fall back on the natural instincts argument. I mean,
yeah,
like I said,
of course.
Everything we've accomplished so far, we've accomplished by defying nature, not embracing it.
Stop,
Yeah,
TJ.
technically speaking, we're not even Homo sapiens.
I mean, no, we're social animals. So what we've done to define
The chimp troop is disturbed.
This fucking show, look, oi. This show is Creamage. You shut the fuck up too.
I'm gonna answer Creamage's question.
Creamage.
Everyone else, shut the fuck up.
Why do you want the human race to continue to exist?
I don't know. I just think it'd be neat.
Yeah.
But really?
Yeah. Just, I mean, like I said, it's just a matter of personal preference. I mean, I could, if someone said I think the human race should die in a fire, I could totally understand that as well.
Yeah.
But I personally just want it to continue.
Yeah. I mean, I like the illusion that when I croak, that humanity is going to go on to explore the galaxy.
That is not a pragmatic argument.
No, it's not a pragmatic argument, but there is no pragmatic argument.
That's the point.
It's no pragmatic argument either way. I mean, it's just a subjective opinion. Do you think the human race should continue, or do you not think it should continue? There's no.
I myself
there's no practical anti-human race.
No, that is a false dichotomy.
Why? I love people, but I love people because they're conscious animals that are thinking forwardly, using, like the concepts of space and time and the ability to have empathy as opposed to just sympathy. All of the things, the wonderful things that we've developed for our ability to communicate and be in the world. I care more about that than I do the current shell we inhabit. I find this shell, honestly, to be a little bit restrictive. There's a lot of things that we can't see, can't perceive of. We have limited communication because of failures in our language that could even tied back to the physical build of our voice boxes and shit. Right? I will embrace the cyborg revolution. Right? When it happens, I don't give a fuck about humans. I care about consciousness. And we've come a long fucking way. We're the only ones on this species that think in the terms that we do. And that's why we've been able to separate ourselves from nature. Right? And that's part of becoming a multi-planet species and preserving your consciousness. And if we want to have any hope of not going extinct one day, lots of people need to embrace this. I mean,
So
we are
Creamage-
just a shifting pattern, man.
Oh, go ahead.
We're just
Sorry, thought you were done.
Oh yeah, no, there's just one little thing. We're just a fucking shifting pattern, man. We're only a little sliver of that shifting pattern. We're still shifting. This isn't sacred. This is sacred.
All right, I don't think anything's sacred, but Creamage, why was it a false dichotomy? What I said earlier.
Where you went, it's either one or the other, and I'm like, it's the same thing with do I believe does God exist? It's like, well, I don't know. It's that kind of thing. It's the middle ground you
Right.
should be taking, not one or the other, and you're taking one.
Well, I don't really see it as analogous to God. There either is a God or there isn't a God. That's an objective thing.
Okay, and
he's either there or he isn't, and I don't think he is. But as far as whether or not humanity should continue, I mean, that should alone is a subjective term, so I don't see how it's anything other than a preference.
But why though?
Why what?
Why should it continue to exist?
Why should it not?
Why shouldn't it? I mean, right back at you. I mean, like, what's?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a matter of opinion. That's what I'm saying.
That's the middle ground. Like,
what's the middle ground? We should kind of exist.
Maybe we should keep existing.
No. no. You came back at me with that. Okay, so we shouldn't then. Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I say we
give
should,
me a
but that's just
reason.
my
Give me a reason too.
A reason? I mean, my reasons are my personal reasons. They're not something that's going to extrapolate to you. That's a question you have to answer for yourself.
Yeah, I think you're trying to like imbue yourself with powers that you don't have. What TJ is saying is that this is an opinion. Like you don't have any control over whether the species continues or not. So how you feel about that, how can that be anything but an opinion? There's nothing that you can do that is going to either advance or hinder this species from continuing or burning out. So
Okay, sure. His opinion is we should. Mine is I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, that's a valid opinion.
Yeah,
but it's an opinion.
But the point I'm making is not should, shouldn't, whatever. The point I'm making is that it's completely subjective whether or not this species should continue to exist or not.
Of course, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, yours
then we
is,
agree.
Yours is we should, and mine is I don't care.
Yeah, I think we should, because I mean, I don't know. I think that the species has potential. I think it always has. You know, I think that we could potentially be a spacefaring species and conquest other planets and all that. But you know, is there anything objectively good about that or bad about that? No, it's just once again, it's just contingent upon human feelings that are, you know, completely in the realm of subjectivity.
Do you really care though, TJ? Like, once you're dead, like,
right?
Everything that humanity actually does in regards to.
Well, once I'm dead, it doesn't matter anymore to me.
Exactly.
Sure.
So why do you give a shit? And you're gonna be dead in what?
Why do I give a shit? I don't know. I mean, for the same reason I care about other people than myself while I'm still alive. I have some investment in the society. I have some investment in other human beings.
Sure.
So yeah, I want them to have the ability to continue their story and live their lives just as I've lived mine.
I don't know. That's kind of the same argument as bringing a life into the world. That's kind of a pro-life argument. That really.
Well, I have nothing against bringing a life into the world. I'm not one of these people who thinks it's immoral or something.
That is kind of a pro-life argument that you're bringing on, which I further agree with. It's like, hey, let's bring life in the world to experience life.
What's that?
To experience the world.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So, how are they not synonymous with each other in prolonging life and bringing life into the world?
I mean, I don't have any problem with bringing life into the world. I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with it being prevented from being brought into the world.
Okay.
You hear that, Jay?
What?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Hey, Creamage, you fucking suck, dude. Boom.
You fucking
whatever.
You suck, dude. Bad soul.
Creamage, you got fucking. I don't know. You're fucking retarded.
I would like
I
to
don't
see
know
a
why I
little
keep
bit
you
more
around.
responsibility put on women when it comes to procreation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I want to see men have a right to have the ability to have a legal declaration of not willing to be a father, so that his choice to be a parent factors
I agree
in.
with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that as well.
Not have the baby.
Yeah.
I agree with
I
that.
think if you're a rational man,
able to have with the concept of the financial abortion.
Yeah.
You know, women have it out. Men should also have an out, and they should say, "Look, I forfeit all rights to this kid, but I also forfeit all responsibilities."
No, on a
right.
Previous podcast, came up with a really good thing that I didn't really consider before, which was a card or something, or something.
Give men the ability to declare it as a legal status, like organ donor, so that they have this card. And the ultimate effect, the outcome, will be that women will have to start asking, "Do you have this card?" It'll force a conversation around responsible sex, and ultimately, in the end, women will start having preferential treatment towards men who don't have the card, and that'll force men to aspire to be better men.
TJ, what's your essential? What's your position on that?
My position?
Yep.
I don't know about. I mean, I don't know about the card. I think that men should have an out. I don't know what the mechanism should be, but I think that women have the opportunity to get an abortion, at least for now.
Well, even to go to the government and go, "I don't want a kid," sign a document, something or other, and they exempt from having
exempt from
legal
responsibilities, but also exempt
yeah,
from
yeah,
rights.
exactly.
You know, you're not
Exactly,
you're forfeiting your rights. You're forfeiting your responsibilities.
Yeah,
Women have
though
that option. I think men should have that option as well.
I think that making it a legal status to be declared like organ donor before conception or before the sex actually takes place is the more beneficial path because of the effects that it'll have around the culture of sex.
See, I don't know. I agree that like we should be able to have like a card or whatever that says, "Hey, I have no interest in having children. So if I end up with one, you know, here's my fucking statement, and I have it registered that I don't want any kids, so I forfeit any rights to any." Like, I agree with you there. I just disagree with you that the reason that we should do that is to like mold men into better people, and like to like force women to selectively choose. To like, because like in your fucking universe, well, because the way you described it is like in your universe, the card that you're talking about that says "I don't want kids" becomes a fucking scarlet letter for dudes. So now they can't get laid. They can't get laid because women are selecting against it.
No, they'll still get laid, but they'll only get low quality women.
Well, why the fuck don't they deserve some high quality bitches?
Because high quality women are selected with their mates. High quality women aren't sluts.
Wait a minute. What? Wait, hold on. Let's go down this fucking rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, we were talking. He was advocating slut-shaming.
What the fuck, man?
There's a quality. There's a hold on. You have a.
Man, I went away for one. Hold on. I went away for 1 second to throw some cigarettes away, and apparently some crazy shit was said. So there's a quality of women.
Yes,
is what you're saying.
And
yes, the quality. One of the qualitative properties of that quality is that woman is selective with how she has sex.
Yes.
So a woman that is liberated and just likes to have orgasms and likes to fuck dudes cannot be a quality woman.
Yeah, that's interesting, Cam. What the fuck, dude?
See, you're going down a bit of a rabbit hole with me here, but from what I've seen in the overall scene, you know, men will use a slut. Right?
See, what
men
is a
get
slut?
something easy.
See, like, this is an old, outmoded fucking concept. Because
how do you know the slut is using the man?
Yeah, what if the bitch is what if she's really loving
they
it?
Use the man, but in the end, they end up fucking cat ladies pissed off because they couldn't secure a man.
Well, that's their cross to bear if that's how they end up. I mean,
and
whatever.
not only that, show me some fucking evidence that that's how women that are don't fucking that are free and open sexually and have sex with a lot of people end up. I don't think that. I think that you want to know who I think ends up old cat ladies, lonely.
You know how many feminist articles I've seen from women. I've seen the articles by the same woman, the same female, the same feminist author. A bunch of years prior, having a post about how she rung in her 30s with a fucking a foursome, and then like fucking 10 years later, or 5 or 10 years later, is writing a blog how she's the only one of her friends that isn't married, and she can't understand why men are the problem.
I mean, I read an article the other day. I read an article the other day that said that somebody found fucking Bigfoot's dick print up in the mountains somewhere. So, like, what does that fucking prove? Who cares about an article? What I'm talking about is like, I want you to justify your statement. I just want you to justify your statement that women that fuck around, that don't care about monogamy, that just want to go out and get laid and have orgasms, end up crazy old cat ladies that are lonely and shit. That's just bullshit.
And who gives a shit?
That is bullshit, Cam.
Who gives a shit if they do?
I don't know, man. This is like, and again, this is, I know this doesn't hold up in a court of law, but I've known a lot of fucking sluts. I fucking basically grew up on the street.
Anecdotal.
I don't see many of them in happy, long-lasting relationships.
Anecdotal.
I mean, I've known plenty of women in my life that were pretty open with their sexuality and didn't really care. They didn't place a level of importance on it emotionally. It was just something that they enjoyed seeking out and doing, that aren't, you know what I mean? Yeah, I've seen people that do that type of shit. Risky behavior, they used to call it when I was a teenager. They do that type of shit, and they do it because they're hiding pain and shit, and they have horrible lives because of it. But like, to say that that there's no autonomy in a woman to decide that she doesn't want to be tied down and just wants to get different dick and that she can't be happy going around the world and getting whatever dick she wants as long as she's safe about it. Like, what's the problem? Like, I don't get what your problem with that is.
Or not.
I mean, well, yeah, I care only in as much as like the dudes that are fucking her should, at least have some reasonable expectation of fucking a clean vagina.
They're making their own decisions as well.
I guess you're right.
I'll just say it like this. I see them myself as low, and the risk of fucking getting in like is
you're cutting out
ratty, more conservative women sexually.
C-O-N-D-O-M. Sorry.
I'll tell you what the problem is. They're fucking the wrong guys. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, they should be fucking honest, Red. There should be a line around the block.
If they were fucking me, I wouldn't have a problem with it at all.
Dude, I bet Honest Red fucks that pussy good too. I bet he treats it nice.
I can tell just by how he talks that he fucks the pussy.
He's a connoisseur. Good. He's a connoisseur of the vagina.
Whoa, Jay Darkey's still here. I didn't even realize.
Jay Darkey.
Oh, really? Sorry to hear that. Well, it's your show. You should be fucking taking the reins. You should be fucking keeping people on track.
Yeah, Jay.
You're dropping the ball, Jay.
Tough luck.
Yes. Yes, Jay, do that, please.
Always.
You deserve a whipping, for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right. A few more times.
Jesus, TJ.
Yeah. Destroy yourself. Destroy yourself.
He's still.
I don't even know how long I've been in this conversation.
I
still don't know what this conversation is about. So
yeah, it's been a long meandering affair.
It's about slut shaming.
Is that? I mean, that's what it's currently about. What is the? Is there any overarching thing that this is actually all about?
I posted some links in there for the fucking because I seen Buddy in there. He's like, Cam never cites his sources. I cited 2 articles talking about promiscuity's effect on marriage and a whole page of Google Scholar search on it.
All right, good. For
I've
you.
just gotten word through the grapevine that no one in the stream can hear Jay. So
really,
you're muted. He's muted somehow in the stream.
I can hear him.
I can hear him.
I hear you, Jay.
I said this to you before, Jay. This is like PJ levels of competence in regards to technical issues.
Hey, shut up, gay retard.
Fuck you.
Listen, audio is tough. It's hard. It's really fucking tough.
It's really hard.
It is hard. You try it, bitch. I guarantee you, if you put on some show, you'd be fucking surprised how easy it is to fuck up on the slightest little thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
After like 20 episodes, yeah.
After like 20
yeah, right,
episodes,
TJ. What are you doing, TJ? I'm not English. I'm actually Australian.
I'm becoming a bit juvenile. I apologize.
Yeah.
Hey, TJ.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
okay, now it's working.
What year did you start doing this shit?
Oh my god.
What happened? What'd I do?
What year did you start doing this shit?
2006 or 7, something like that.
6. I was watching you in 2006.
Over a fucking decade.
Fuck.
Man, they ought to send you a fucking plaque that says 10 years. Ha!
They can hear you now, Jay. Relax.
Can they? Okay. I think I've fixed
So if you guys want to know
everything.
what you missed from Jay, he was just confessing that he likes having sex with horses and stuff. And
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't judge him personally. Whatever. They got big cocks. It's pretty important.
Okay, the audience wants to hear me whip myself again, so I'm gonna fucking do it. You motherfucking pieces of goddamn.
When J Duck comes along, you must whip him. Do it.
Fuck. Oh, this thing is broken. Fuck. I'm sorry I'm white. Sorry I'm male. Sorry I'm a bad host.
Yeah,
Sorry I
punish
fucked
yourself,
the
piggy.
audio. Fuck me.
Bad.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And
You're a
TJ
naughty little
TJ's
pig.
loving
I'm a
this
naughty.
fucking shit,
I'm
dude.
fucking. I'm a bad. I'm a terrible fucking. I'm terrible. I need fucking.
This is TJ's
So
fucking
I think,
scene right here.
you know what? I
Fuck
mean,
yeah.
there's been disagreements, but I think we can all agree on one basic fact: Jordan Peterson's a fucking faggot.
Yeah.
I
think we all
agree.
on board with that. You know.
I agree.
Heroes.
This
Oh,
show
you don't
sucks
agree.
now. Fuck you, Galen.
I thought we converted you. Sorry.
Wait, there's someone that disagrees.
Jordan Peterson is a clown.
No, he's not a clown. He's a fucking faggot. He's a pretentious faggot. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Wait, hang the fuck
Tell
on.
you guys
Hang the fuck on.
Let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you guys something. Quiet,
Go.
Creamage. Creamage. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. Me and Paul, we were sitting around and we were watching a Jordan Peterson clip, and Jordan Peterson was like, "If you look at my YouTube comments, you'll see that they're much, better than other people's." So we went to some of his videos, and all of the comments were literally just, "Oh my God, Jordan Peterson, so amazing. Here stands the great man.
I mean,
a
dude,
man
yeah. It
who's
was so
trying to
over the
save
top.
the world." And it's like, this
People
is the
who
kind of
write
shit he
comments
reads,
like
and like,
that.
wow, my commenters are brilliant. Yeah, of course they're brilliant. They're just kissing your ass. I think it'd be more brilliant if they were actually thinking critically and challenging you on something. But whatever, that's just me.
Sure, here's my criticism. Like, why do you hate him so much when there are so many other prominent figures that are so fervently against your positions? And you agree with probably half of his positions in regards to SJWs and the far left and shit. Like, why do you hate him so fervently?
When did I say I hated him?
You fucking... Oh, are you kidding me?
I don't think I've ever said the words "I hate Jordan Peterson."
You didn't.
But you do think he is a pretentious faggot, or what was the first word?
Yeah,
He is.
I mean, I'm a bit of a pretentious faggot myself. That's why it's okay for me to say this. That's our word.
So why attacking him when you agree with like maybe I don't know how many?
I don't know, 40% maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So why are you attacking him on the other 60%? When there are so many other fervent people that have a lot more like cultural power that you disagree with. Like
who?
I don't understand that.
Like who?
Justin fucking Trudeau.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about. I don't give a shit about Justin Trudeau.
I live in America. I don't give a shit about anywhere that isn't America.
Oh, you should care about your neighbors, dude. Right next door.
The
America doesn't
institutions
have neighbors.
that have fucking Marxist fucking professors that are.
I don't give a shit about a Marxist professor. I don't give a shit about a Marxist professor.
Why really?
Because
Yeah,
I can't
why
think of a single Marxist professor that's a media darling. Well, he's not a media darling, but he's a darling to tons of people. I can't think of a Marxist professor that has the #1 book on Amazon for weeks and weeks and weeks in a row. I can't think of a Marxist professor that is convincing people like Cam that he has something worthwhile to say. I can't think of a Marxist professor that has that kind of influence. Probably the closest thing I could think of is like Noam Chomsky or something.
That is not the point. They're across the fucking country, and they're
So what?
influencing the current generation
So what?
to be advocates of this far left SJW bullshit.
So what?
The thing you were so fervently against
So
like
what?
2 years ago.
Well, I'm still against it, but so what? I'm against what Peterson says too. So what's the point?
That you're attacking something that is much less of an issue.
So it's
It's not much less of an issue. It's like if someone had. I mean, like I think the fact that I agree more with him makes me a little bit more wanting to respond to him. Because
I'd actually love to see you guys have a chat.
There's actually some semblance of sense to some of the things he says, and then he basically tricks people into accepting what I think are shoddy premises on that basis. If someone wants to be a Marxist, they can be a Marxist. I don't know what Jordan Peterson is. He's not so easily labeled. But I think that a lot of the things he's saying, there has to be a pushback on because he's a cultural phenomenon. I can't think of a Marxist professor right now who is a cultural fucking phenomenon.
We haven't done the research then. They're fucking everywhere, dude.
No.
I'm not saying there's not. I'm not saying there's. Yeah, there might be a ton of Marxist professors, but who's that one that's crossed over? If there's one that crosses over, then I'll take him on.
No, it's not the one that's crossed over.
The criticism you're always complaining to me that people give to Sargon that he targets the wrong people, the people that they don't like.
I mean, I'll target whoever the fuck I want.
Is that literally the same the same criticism that you're always complaining about that people give to Sargon?
My issue is that he's okay. There's not one that's prominent, but they're fucking everywhere. They're teaching the kids, the upcoming kids.
Should they have a right? Should Marxists have a right to pursue the teaching profession and become professors at universities?
Yes.
Then what are we talking about?
The fact that there's a 12-to-1 bias.
We should
12-to-1 liberal to a conservative.
We should
indoctrinate. Hold on. Let me go down the road here. Hold on. Do universities have the right to hire whatever staff that they want?
Yes.
Then what are we talking about?
We're talking about that's a bad thing. It's not.
It's a bad thing. They have the right to hire whoever they want.
Paul, stop. It's not that they can do it. It's should they do it, and is it a good thing?
So we're back in that same subjective territory of shoulds here.
Yep, we're back at the should word.
Exactly.
Well, I don't deal in shoulds.
I mean, look. Here's a larger point. In terms of Marxist professors, are there tons of people taking that on? Of course there are. There's plenty of people who argue for and against Marxist ideas. I don't see much pushback against what Jordan Peterson is presenting, so I feel like it's incumbent on people who disagree with him to be that pushback, and that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that pretty much wraps up the Jordan Peterson debate.
I don't think it wraps up at all.
One last thing to put in, though.
I don't think it's even close to wrapped up.
No,
I'm all about
hang on,
discourse.
Cam.
I do like to see people fucking, because I've seen a lot of people questioning and challenging some of the. Because I've seen some of the videos, but a lot of them were poorly informed about, like they were taking clips and just not understanding the broader language. But again, I love the guy, man. I think he's fucking great. I would, however, like to see, honestly, like TJ, you should try to set up an interview with Jordan Peterson.
Look, I will try to talk to him, but I'm going to until my book is done, because I have to lay the book I'm working on. That is my response to.
If I may say, though, you should do it
chaos
before you publish, because the end of your book might have critical insight from that debate that you'd want to include.
Maybe, but I feel like I want to lay down the groundwork of what I'm saying before I try to confront him directly.
Yeah,
I mean, he has a book. He already has a book laying out what he thinks. I think it's only fair that I have one of those as well.
Word.
So, what
if he's willing to, if after that point he's willing to engage in a discussion with me, I'm happy to do it.
Right.
I'd love to see it. That'd be fucking something I would definitely tune in for.
All right. So I wanted to I know there's probably more to say about Jordan Peterson, and that's why if you guys want, I'll give you both last closing statements.
Closing statements. I don't know what kind of closing statement could be put on what just happened. I mean, it was just a hodgepodge of various issues. I don't think they ever.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
I don't think it ever came to a central point.
I mean,
yeah, I would call this a debate.
His shitting on nihilism is bullshit. His very fervent fucking loving of using religion as a philosophical point is bullshit because it needs to be fucking snapped out. Is bullshit. So everything else he says, for the most part, is pretty much good, in my opinion.
I don't know.
I think
I don't know about
the religious stuff is word here is relevant because it's like, does God exist? No. But does the concept of God exist? Did it have an effect on the development of our cultures and society? You fucking bet it did.
Of course it
Yeah,
did.
but it's time has passed. It's time has passed.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, but
I
we have
agree.
to be able
That's
to
what I've
understand
argued.
what it is,
Again,
right? If we don't-
I've argued that.
It's like throwing out the baby with the bathwater, right? To just put these things
God-
down and
God
completely
is the
ignore that
bathwater.
they ever were
God
a
is the
thing
bathwater.
completely
God is the
negates the
bathwater. God
understanding
is the
of it.
bathwater. God is the bathwater.
Oh
He's
yeah,
not
I'm
the
not
baby. He's the
arguing with you.
bathwater.
But it's
Throw him
like
out.
the
Throw
hard
out
line is,
God,
right?
and while
You
you're at
wanna
it, throw out
understand that whole thing?
spirituality. Throw out the concept of meaning. Throw out the concept of there being some objective truth or arbiter that can settle subjective disputes. None of that's a real thing. We have to proceed from that point.
Oh, I can totally give you that subjective, that meaning is a subjectively aspired trait, and that God
Right.
is a figment, right? But again, like in the terms of looking at stories to derive certain meanings from them for the understanding.
You can
of how
derive a
we got
meaning
to
from
this
Spider-Man
point.
if you want to. I don't care. It
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
make
you
it,
can.
It doesn't make it anything objective.
Why would
Literally
you, why
what I
would
said
you-
last week.
Like, why would you look
But again,
to
it's like-
unenlightened people to derive meaning from their scribblings? Like, why would you do that? What value? Like,
I don't believe in dogmatizing religion. I think it should be in the philosophy section.
Look, I
Well,
think
it
it
isn't,
should
though.
be there.
I think there's some interesting.
in
Look,
that philosophy.
I was when I was writing the most recent chapter of my book, which I haven't released yet. I get into the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden because Peterson did, and I take a very different moral message from it than what Peterson takes. It's like that scene in, I don't know if anyone here watches Deep Space Nine or not, but it doesn't really matter. There's a character on that show called Garrick, who is a very deceitful character, and one of the other characters confronts him with the story of the boy who cried wolf and summarizes the moral of the story as you shouldn't lie. And Garrick says, I don't think that's the moral of the story at all. I think the moral is don't tell the same lie twice. So you can come to we can talk about the value of these stories and mythology and get into the Joseph Campbell territory, but ultimately everyone's going to have their own interpretation of what a story means and what its morals are and what it's trying to say.
Yeah.
And different ways of interpreting it. But that's all subjective. That's all of the self. So I don't know how far you can extrapolate it beyond this is how I feel about that story.
I just don't get what Christianity or any of the modern major religions are giving us that we haven't gotten from other places before, that we couldn't get without them. I just don't, I
Well,
don't
it's not that they're
understand.
giving us anything. We created them, right?
Right.
Because we didn't have
But
the
you're
means
arguing
to-
for the value of their continued existence, or at least the continued existence of some of the structures set up within that value system.
I think they're
No,
interested in morality.
I'm arguing for understanding and analyzing it. There's a lot of people out there who just want to completely burn all the Bibles and not talk about anything
I've
to
burned
do
the
with anything
Bible.
that has to do with it, right?
Well,
And you'll
wait,
talk about
hang
breaking
on.
down the archetypes and the
Hang
meanings
on.
of a story. But as soon as you do it with a story that has to do with Christianity, all of a sudden it's, oh, you're trying to push religion. It's like, no, it's a story. And we're trying to understand things where the story came from. Is it relevant? A lot of
Wait.
the old stories, like what
Wait.
we use as fairy tales and
Wait.
shit, they're thousands of years old,
Wait, Cam,
right?
do you believe that objective truth or objective morals exist?
I think everything within us is subjective because of like it's our experiences
Okay,
are all
so,
subjective,
I mean,
but at the same time we
what do
develop a
we
moral
agree
consensus within societies because that's how
Sure.
we manage to play together.
Which is in it of itself subjective. So what are we really disagreeing with? We're not really disagreeing with anything, really.
Well, no, we're not disagreeing with anything necessarily per se. It's just my perception of the way people handle this is that exactly what I was talking about, right? It's like, buddy's like, well, you can pull meaning from stories from Spider-Man, and yeah, you totally can, right? But Spider-Man didn't play as big of a role in the development of our cultures and our current mindsets as Catholicism did. It literally makes more sense to try to analyze these stories.
I don't know
They're
if that's
stories
necessarily
within
true.
our
I mean, like,
culture.
we were just doing a show, me and Paul and my brother Scotty last night about fast food. And the golden arches of McDonald's are more recognized around the globe than the Christian cross.
Yep.
So
Fuck yeah,
I think
motherfucker.
the influence of religion, or at least of the Christian religion on the world at large, has been somewhat embellished. I think that there's a lot more things that are happening contemporarily that have a lot more to do with who we are now.
I'd go farther than embellished. I'd say it's utterly fabricated.
There you go.
If you look around,
I mean, I was talking in terms of social influence and stuff.
Sure. I mean, yeah, you go back far enough. Of course, religion is foundational. But if you're going to make the argument that right now those principles are a guiding principle of this country, I'm going to call you a fucking liar.
I mean, this country couldn't be more antithetical to Christian values.
Yeah, I mean, it's the
No,
most
the Bible
anti.
isn't-
It's the most
the
anti.
morals of that story were never meant to do it for a nation like that. It's not about like America. That's why the whole fucking thing back in the day was the relationship is supposed to be between you and God, and that was their way of, I guess, trying to break the dogmatization that the church created. But like in the end, belief in a sky daddy, it's stupid, right? But again, like I said, like a lot of people, they shit on the notion of even trying to analyze these stories. I think they should be.
I'm fine with analyzing them and shit.
Yeah, the same way you'd analyze, the story of Zeus
Amun-Ra.
on the mountaintop,
Well,
Zeus turned into a swan and raped a woman. I mean,
that's not what you're advocating for, though, dude.
I don't know what he's advocating for.
Well, like from what I'm understanding, he's saying that there's cultural value in these. So he's advocating for not only looking at Amun-Ra and studying the sun god, but pulling principles from the writings that were made about the sun god and applying them to his life. That's just stupid, backwards fucking thinking. We live in McDonald's land now, dude.
Yeah. I mean, like I said in a previous podcast, it was like, why not look at Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
You know what? Can I just say that? Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing real quick about creamage? I want to say one thing about creamage. And I don't know if this is I don't know if this is an insult or a compliment, but he's not as retarded as I've always thought he was.
That's what I've been telling you, TJ.
I liked creamage since day one.
He's not a fucking.
Someone actually gave me a compliment the first time I came on this podcast when we first started, and they said, "You're like Kawaii Cost, but without the autism." And I didn't know whether to take that as a compliment or an insult.
I mean, it's intended as a compliment, because I've seen you commenting here and there, and I've been like, man, this creamage dude is a fucking retard.
Oh yeah, dude. But, I get bored if you're not talking about a topic I'm interested in. Then I get fucking.
But you've actually got a brain in your head, so that's good. I'm glad to know.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck
That's what I've been saying. He's no fucking Kawaii Cost. Okay.
By the way, that Kawaii Cost shit earlier in the show, I was driving around listening to that, and that was fucking hot garbage, dude.
Oh, dude, tell me about it, dude.
Did
you hear how it ended, dude?
No, I didn't.
You didn't hear the swan song, dude? Oh my god.
What happened?
He's just such an autist. I don't know. I'm not even gonna repeat it. I'm not even gonna repeat the shit, dude.
He said something about
the
a
shit
certain
bombs.
person. Something
Well, to be fair, Creamage got on his knees and sucked our dicks in order to get Kawaii Cost on here.
Oh yeah, he really fucking advocated for Kawaii Cost. I did not want to have that little fuck.
Content. That was good content.
It was actually dog.
Disagree.
Sorry.
No,
I was listening to it on the way over. I was listening to it in my car. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get on this show and save this shit because this is awful.
I did not want to.
I'm glad it moved on from Kawaii Cost.
I thought Paul and Kawaii Cost would be drilling each other, but they were just like, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay."
I already
man.
blew up in his face.
Okay.
Like you you got to understand. Like if you want to marshal me to blow up at somebody, I'm like a tea kettle, man. Once I've already blown up at somebody, I don't really have the heart to do it again. Usually, you know what I mean?
Okay. So that's on you then. That's on you for the.
Well, I mean, yeah. What was I supposed to fucking do, man? Pretend I don't know.
Dude,
I'm not as.
Hardly stream.
He didn't fuck my mom or some shit. He didn't fuck my mother.
Well, who knows? But yeah.
Oh, maybe he did. I don't know. If I find out he did,
I know a guy who fucked. Well, I know a guy
if
who
your
knows a
mom
guy who fucked
consented to sex,
mom.
then what are you gonna do?
I mean, yeah, that's true. If she was into it, then what can I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's her choice. Don't interfere with your mom's life, dude. She wants to fuck Kawaii Cost. That's her business.
I'm just gonna say my ban on Kawaii Cost on this show is reinstated Don't come back, okay, faggot. I've fucking had enough. I've had enough of your fucking bullshit. TJ, look, he actually fucking came on and showed a private pornographic picture of you.
I heard about that.
Well,
I don't see a problem with that. I think that's beautiful.
I was there.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful too.
Of course it was beautiful.
I mean, it's funny, but I didn't want to see that, man. I didn't want to see that at all.
Well, too bad.
That's going too far.
It was an attack on the moral fabric of our show, man. He's trying to take us down.
I can understand why they were pissed off
became
because it's like when
chaos at that
Copper
moment.
Cab came on our show and was
Yeah.
flashing his little fucking pee-pee around and shit. It's like, God
his
damn it.
little
Now I gotta,
wee- little
now I
wee-wee
gotta
out.
fucking now I gotta take this show down and edit it and shit. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
Fuck
it
that.
sucks.
I haven't been up on Copper Cab for a while, but I got a legit question about that fucking guy. Is he for real just a fucking troll fucking with people?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I fucking knew
100%.
it. I knew it.
He is 100% a troll.
Same as
I hate to say it. Copper Cab, if you can see this, fucking genius, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
he is
knew
a
it.
pretty
but
brilliant
fucking
troll.
genius.
I'm
He's
not
the
gonna
same-
lie.
I mean, he trolls on a fucking higher plane of trolling. So
Yeah, he takes it to the
Isn't
next level.
Andy Kaufman
if I
a
was
hero
wearing
of
a
his?
hat, I'd take it off.
It's
I
like
read
a-
an article about it that said he loves Andy Kaufman and that fucking the world's his playground.
Oh,
That doesn't
that-
surprise me.
No, not at all.
It's like Onision, right? Like you guys met Onision, and he's just a troll. Like his entire YouTube career.
No,
was
well, Onision's a little different, honestly. Having met the dude, he's a little different. He's a tree. He believes some of the hype about himself, and he's not 100% trolling. There's there's a strong kernel of personal Onision truth.
I think it's
throughout
almost
his
it's,
work.
for him. It's more like how a wrestler or something might exaggerate their actual personality. I think it's more like the case with him.
Yeah, like
a lot of the
like-
core ideas that people take issue with on Onision, he actually holds those positions. He might defend them a little more flamboyantly than he normally would in order to get more views and attention and shit. But he actually believes this shit.
I would say though that he was a pretty charming guy. I mean,
Yeah.
I got nothing bad to say about him. He had a strong handshake, which I wasn't expecting. He reached
yeah,
across.
I mean, he was. I mean, look, when I met him, he was the picture of confidence. He was totally comfortable in the environment he was in.
Professionalism.
Yeah, I mean, he was totally professional. I mean,
He was ready to fucking perform. He didn't show up like so nervous he wasn't going to be able to do anything. He showed up ready to work.
Yeah, so
Like, yeah.
I got a lot of good things to say about it, but like a lot of the stuff people take issue with is definitely there's some truth there.
But I mean, would you say like the whole thing about him wanting pictures from girls on Twitter?
I mean, I think that's probably true.
That's part of his like persona.
I don't
And
think. I think that's part of his sexual desire for young girls. I don't think that's a part of a persona.
Really? It's not part of a wanting attention that he knew that would get.
I mean, I can't look into the guy's mind and know what he's thinking, but my read on it is that
if you look at the girls, and I'm not saying like whatever, dude. You can look at who I'm dating now. She looks pretty young. So, but if you look at the women that he's brought in and out of his life, they've almost uniformly been super young looking girls. He clearly has a proclivity for that, and he weaves it into his fucking shit.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a bit of this and then like yeah. Yeah,
I mean, he's a showman. He's a showman. He knows how to take the things that are weird and offbeat about him and present them in a way that get people talking and angry.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of his ability as a showman and his professionalism and shit, I would say it was pretty much there. I mean, it wasn't.
But he's not that much of a dick as he's perceived.
He seemed. I mean, I've seen him be nice to people and then turn around and stab them in the back when it convenienced him. So I don't want to say
he didn't do that in our case, though. Yeah. I mean,
but when you're actually working with him directly or having him on a show or something, he's a very professional guest who understands what he's doing.
I remember when that show was the lead up to that show, because I've been kind of a casual consumer of Onision drama for a long time. I don't really invest anything in it, but I've admired his ability to whip up a frenzy for a while. So I had this. He is. I had this huge batch of expectation built up around what I thought. I thought he was going to be weaselly and evasive, and He walked right into the room, and I was sitting in my chair, across the table in the old DP studio, and he just reached across the fucking table. He's a big dude too, way taller, and I mean, I'm not saying he's huge, but he's just way taller than I thought he was going to be.
He's like 6'1" or 6'2" or something.
Yeah, okay.
And he reached all the way across the table and grabbed my hand, looked me right in the eye, and introduced himself and said it was what I mean. It was a complete opposite of what I expected. I thought he was going to be, like I said, in character, weaselly, evasive, shifty, and he was none of those things. He was confident and ready to go.
I mean, he didn't seem that on the show, so yeah, it was really strange, but yeah.
Sociopaths are usually pretty charming. So
they're also usually pretty misunderstood.
That was my thought as well.
But I don't know. I'm not here to cast moral judgments or anything. But in terms of his professionalism, I thought it was there. That's all I could really say.
Yeah. Anyway.
But Copper Cab was another story. That was like
right.
Well, he's the opposite. Yeah.
He's intentionally trying to cause a fucking train wreck, and he succeeds.
Little wee wee. Hold on, I'm gonna change it to something less revealing. And he stands up and he's got a towel and his little wee wee's hanging out. It's just like, man, god damn you, Copper Cab. How many fucking hours I spent like trying to edit that stupid fucking video and get it back up on the goddamn. Such bullshit.
Yeah,
it's funny
for us. That's no good.
It's funny if YouTube didn't have.
It's funny, but it's a line, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not. And look, it's not a line that we create. Because look, if he wanted to come on our show butt naked and have his dick hanging out, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, no fucking issue. Yeah,
we do as well.
But YouTube has lines, and he should understand that. He does understand that. He just, knowingly created more fucking work for us to do. So.
Dude, I want to weasel my way onto one of his streams and pull my cock out. I want to give him a dose of his own goddamn medicine, dude.
Do it. Do it live.
But yeah, that's my position on Kawaii cost.
Naughty priest would love it.
Naughty priest.
Naughty priest.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Did you guys want to fuck? We had a couple.
Yeah, we want to fuck. Let's fuck.
Fuck.
Enough of the chit chat.
Okay.
Let's fuck.
That's my cue to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think it's time to go.
Yep.
All right.
I have to do a abandon hope for my patrons. So.
All right, TJ.
I'll see you faggots later.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Paul, for coming on. It's been fun.
Have good mosh pitting, fellers.
Yeah, buddy. Have a good
All
time.
Right. Don't hate me so much anymore, Paul.
Oh, whatever, Creamage. I still fucking despise you.
Oh, well.
Thanks, Paul. This was fun.
Yeah,
I
good
agree.
times.
I had a great
I'm
time.
sorry I
do
was
it
such
again
a bad
sometime.
host, Paul.
Thank you.
All right. All right, man. Peace.
Peace, Paul.
Gotcha, man.
I don't know. I thought
so
it was a nice
that was awesome. That was cool. You know what, you motherfuckers in the chat, you motherfucking pieces of shit. Okay, this was a fucking awesome show. For sure, I fucked up a few times. Everyone fucks up a few times. Okay, what the fuck ever. This was the single greatest thing that has ever happened on this channel. But I assure you, it will not be the last, motherfuckers. Okay.
Yeah, dude. We have the YouTube Saints scheduled to come on next weekend. So if you enjoyed the show, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you can tune in for that.
Fuck yeah. Also check out my fucking
Jeff Holiday,
Patreon.
Wizard of Cause.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? Maybe. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that drinking thing. But
Oh God, no.
there will be drinking. There will be drinking.
We have Evan LaFavor coming on shortly.
Yeah, Evan
So-
LaFavor is going to be coming on at some point. It's going to be cool.
As well as Marshall Manson.
Marshall Manson, yeah, that's right. We've got
the man, the myth, the pleb.
So yeah, those are the fucking guests that are coming up. I should probably be streaming tomorrow for the Sunday Heathen Okay, whether it's in the morning or in the night, I haven't decided yet. You'll fucking know. If you're new, join my fucking Discord. Okay, there's a link in the description. If you're interested in getting in contact with any of us, or you just want to chill, it's a chill Discord. Are we gonna do a post show, guys?
Oh, we can.
Or are we just
Sure.
gonna... Alright. So, I just have to... Hang on. I have to do something in the chat for a second before I end this. There we go. I don't know why I didn't do that before the show. I do apologize, everyone.
That's funny.
Oh, God. Jay. Jesus.
So petty, Jay.
It's not petty, okay?
Yes. So you guys, listen. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you subscribe. We do interactive shows every Saturday. Sometimes we do them on Wednesdays. We have guests come on. We talk about different topics. So we have some fun talking shit. So if you liked it and you want to see Paul's ego and TJ and other people come on, just make sure that you catch us again next Saturday at 5 Eastern Standard Time.
Woo!
She's banned, and she knows why she's banned. Okay. Yeah, everyone. This has been great. Everyone, thanks for watching. Piss off. We'll see you in the post show, I guess. Smash that like button. Subscribe, motherfuckers. Subscribe. Piss off.